away.
Yeah. So things are looking kind of rosy. I thought maybe, hell, who knows where this is going. And then you stumbled back this way and you went in here. And then you went down a little bit further and you ran into these mummified like tombs. And out of them, the sarcophagi came a number of shadows.
Oh yeah.
And they you did battle with them, but you were worse for wear. I think you guys all got drained pretty badly on strength. And I'm actually going to take this moment for everybody to update us. Let's go around the horn and update me on your current strength. And I'm just going to make a quick note. Let's start with DTD.
Let me check it first.
Okay, you
have to look
you
it
can
up.
check that. Jill Bard.
Jilbar is currently strength damage down to 12, a slightly above
12
average strength.
at best. Jojo.
Jojo's frosty, man. 100%.
Is he full?
Yep.
He didn't get
Yep.
harmed. Okay, so you're
Uh-uh.
well, that's good news for Dojo.
Mhm.
Normal. And then Aridin, the Sparrowhawk.
He's also fine and dandy at my normal strength. Yeah.
Yeah. Could that have anything to do with the fact that you won't go into a goddamn room?
Might be.
Maybe. He's really cautious.
Yep. Didn't
Yeah,
survive
yeah.
all these years by going into the fucking room. It's a
What
trick
about
I learned from
Professor?
my counter personality. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. What about Mr. Professor Bennett?
I would be a 5.
Juicy.
That's
Down
harsh
from a
fuck right
6.
there. Well, 5 from an 8, so that's significant. And then who am I missing? Glurt.
Gluck's at an 11.
Oh, out of
Jesus.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Glurt started at an 18 and he's down to an 11. Oh, that's harsh fudge right there.
Well, that's what you get when you crit with a strength damage.
Fruits. DTD, did you remember where you're at?
Yeah, I'm at a 6. 6.
Down from a 6.
Yeah, down from an 8.
Up from a 4.
Yeah.
Right,
I feel
so-
great. Get out of my way.
Well, that's
So
a
there's
good
no good
question
news.
because I have both strength up.
You
But
have
it's
all
minutes per level. It's minutes per level.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm assuming that that's still up.
Yes.
Like
And
how
you know
long
that-
has it been?
I think
When
that's
did
like the last thing you did, right? Like,
Well, when did you cast it?
I cast it right before Melnicore, I think. Or
Oh, that
Yeah.
might be dicey. Tell me, go find out how many is it?
Bull
It's rounds
strength is
per
1
level?
round a level, or 1 minute per level, excuse me.
So he's
Yeah.
what, 4 minutes? Are you a 4th level caster?
yeah.
But wouldn't those strengths get drained first when they get drained or not? Like, how's that work?
No, it's not like that, I don't think.
That is a good question.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Because I think it's a strength enhancement. It's not a strength multiplier.
Yeah,
would make
so
sense.
wherever you're at, it just goes down 4.
Yeah, and I'm a little
Yeah, 'cause
concerned about the 4 minutes. I'm just trying to think about this. Milfeshnikor was what, about 8 rounds? Then you guys went over, you had about a 10 round, it was about 2 minutes. Then you're crossing over here, she just confronted you. I'll say you've got another minute on it.
Okay.
Well, DM's mercy there.
Yeah.
Want it noted, Frito?
The only will
Noted.
see all night.
Yeah. Well, that's why I want it noted. So what we're rocking with right now, if my calculations are correct, not the beefiest bunch. We got DTD at a strength 6, Jilbar at a 12, Dojo at a 16, the strongest member of the group right now. followed by Aridin at a 14. Bedhead at a 5, and Glurky at an 11. So as it stands right now, Dojo, Aridin, and Jilbar could all beat up Glurk.
Yep.
Point that.
We could do that anyways.
Yep.
Yeah,
All you gotta
he'd just
do
start
is
puking on himself.
Yeah, just throw a little wisdom save at me.
So
Speaking
sounds
of
like
which,
this treasure's get divvied up.
Clean.
Yeah, 30% for me, Dojo, and Jilbar, and
Mm-hmm.
10% for the rest of you goons.
So I think as we're
Emphasis
kind of
on
panning through this,
goons.
it's kind of like the beginning of the Two Towers, was it? Where the camera is like they're redoing the whole Mines of Moria scene, and it's like panning across everything, and then it goes like down. You remember that? And I feel like we're kind of panning through Melfeshnikor, seeing you guys fight him. We're panning against the shadows, seeing you guys falling and against the shadows and being enervated. And then we kind of pan, and you guys are all coming up on the bridge, we see you all like conferring under duress, and it seems like you've made a decision to get out of here, and you're beating a retreat. You get up to that trap in the antechamber leading to the last chamber to get out, and Dojo and Jilbar jump over it, and then they are confronted. They walk straight into a couple Yeth hounds and Nualia herself, who says something to the effect of, "Oh, where you guys think you're going?" in her demonic voice. And for the cliff, that's where we left the Cliffy.
Are we able to tell who mortally wounded all three of them so that they die next round?
Yes,
Good.
absolutely. And we're gonna do a little, So before we're about to roll initiative, but before we roll initiative, I'm giving you guys the boon I had promised. 2 boons, as a matter of fact. The first
surprise
boon
round?
Where's
is not
Boone?
that. The first boon is to ask me any question that you want. Ask player to DM before the clock starts ticking. Once the clock starts ticking, we're back in the world of Galarian. And the second boon I'm granting you is to move yourselves wherever you want to be, as long as it's within reason, and we can discuss that before you take your hand off the chess piece and I turn the timer on.
Well, I think we got to open up with warm-blooded or cold-blooded.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on one second.
Smart, Rito.
What?
Smart.
I mean, we get an answer to that. That might
Yeah.
just solve this whole thing.
Yeah, cracks are wide open.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded. All right. Fair enough. At least
I
we
don't
know.
have a question. Well, let me rephrase that. I might have a question. But for everyone, I had, before we went through, I think it was this door, I had gathered everyone together and invoked Abadar's powers to grant all of you protection from evil. We feared us close. So right now, everyone has a +2 resistance bonus against any spells or spell-like effects from evil creatures.
Thank you.
Keep in mind that if you have a ring of resistance, that's +1. This is only a +2, so you just get an additional +1. But if you don't have a ring of or cloak of resistance or something of that ilk, then the full +2 would apply. Horton, we had gone back and forth on Slack, and previously you had ruled that protection from evil was not effective against the Bay of the Yeth hounds, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Fair enough. So that was my only question.
Well, as
Okay,
an
anybody else have
addendum,
any
is there any
questions?
way we could discuss that?
Because it is a mind-affecting sonic effect.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, buddy. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, so let me hear your argument.
If
Well-
it's mind affecting.
Yeah. I'm going to pull up protection from evil here.
So
real
pull
quick.
up POE.
So,
Evil Pathfinder.
yeah.
That states The spell wards a creature from attacks by evil creatures, from mental control, from summoned creatures. It creates a magical barrier, blah, blah, blah. +2 deflection bonus to AC and a +2 resistance bonus on saves. Both of these bonuses apply against attacks made or effects created by evil creatures.
Effects created.
Yeah,
Right.
so you're just asking for the resistance bonus on the save.
Well,
Well,
and then
Second part.
the
Yeah.
second part is kind of the big one on which is I'm trying to look it up here. If the subject immediately receives another saving throw if one was allowed to begin with. Oh, second, the subject immediately gets a second saving throw if one was allowed against any spells or effects that exercise mental control over the creature, including enchantment, charm, enchantment, compulsion, charm, command, dominate person. Saving throw is made with a +2 morale bonus to the same DC as the original effect. So the question is, does the Bay count as a mental control?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a fear effect, and as such, it's not mental control. It's just a. But let me just check one thing before I fully rule on that.
It could play a big role either way.
Mm-hmm.
And while Horton's looking that up, I had spaced on the deflection bonus. So again, if you have a ring of protection +1, you just get the additional +1. But if you don't have anything, you get the full +2, and that's
Right.
pretty helpful.
That is very helpful.
Your AC? Or
Yes.
So here's the bottom line on that. It does not protect a creature from the Yeth Bay ability, and here's why. The Bay is a sonic mind-affecting fear effect. It causes panic in those affected. Protection from evil grants benefits against attacks and effects originating from evil creatures. It also grants immunity to mental control effects and protects against evil summoned creatures making bodily contact. However, the Bay is a fear effect. While protection from evil offers this new saving throw against existing mental control effects like charm or compulsion, it doesn't generally negate or protect against fear effects.
Yeah.
Okay.
We wanted.
But I will give you the +2 just as kind of a piece off.
Well, the +2 I think is rules as written. Anything else?
It's a peace offering.
DM's mercy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's the
question?
ruling on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, you get the +2, which is not nothing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, now
But
question.
you really don't want to miss that will save. But you know, made of the old Bay.
What +2 are we talking about? Because there's a +2 resistance bonus that you get on the saves, but then the second part talks about a +2 morale bonus using the same DC. So do you get the +2 morale bonus to go with the +2 resistance bonus? Are we talking a +4 bonus?
No, because that's if you're immediately receiving another saving throw.
Sure.
If one was allowed to begin with.
Sure. Okay.
Good question.
I think
The
another
good
question.
the good news is if she has hold person as a spell and tries to cast it, everybody will be immune to it. But she doesn't know that, so she might waste a round on something like that.
Maybe.
Well, the other thing to reflect on is there's 2 Yeth Hounds. Each of their bays is a separate will save. They're separate entities, but once you make it for one of them, you're good with that one. But you have to make it with the other one.
Yeah.
Well, I think either way,
question
you're
on-
immune to the same Yeth Hound's Bay for 24 hours, whether you make or miss. I could be wrong on that, but that's my.
I think that's right.
I think that, well, if you missed, it's kind of
You're fucked.
doesn't. Yeah, you're fucked either way.
You're fucked in
But
the
yeah,
moment.
that's a fair point. I probably would have play it where they're only going to bait once, just because I feel like that's kind of a dick. So I don't think
Beyonce's really had a good run as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
another question.
Okay, yeah. Other questions? DM's council is still open.
Yeah, I have a question. So, the being able to move your character piece at the end of this, are you gonna allow that for Joe Bar and Dojo too?
Well, yeah, absolutely, but subject to their restrict. You know, we still have to role play if they move back over.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the room. Like we can't
Yeah.
be not in the room.
I mean,
But-
you could
would you
beat
both have to be in the room?
you could withdraw,
You
but
just
then
have to roll it.
you would have to beat if the Yeth hounds beat your initiative, then you're gonna get attacked as you withdraw.
So
And if
I
Nualia for that matter.
I think the question was, you had said that if somebody wanted to move up into the room and it's an auto pass, they could do that. But the question was, would the reverse be true? But realistically, we have to be in the room for the encounter to have started.
Whoa!
One of us would have to be.
Right.
Now, it
Yeah,
is
I
possible
mean-
that you saw the lithe and limber form of Dojo go across and you said, yeah, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But I would say, do you guys want to either attempt to withdraw or attempt to get in the room? Now would be the time.
I mean, I think have we made a decision on that? Sadly,
We didn't. I have my opinions, but other people have other opinions. So
I mean, I think we're at a point where either we need to take time to talk about it or just take a vote. And the idea is in the room or out of the room. Like,
Yeah.
vote.
Well, if the DM would pre-initiative give Jill Barr the ability to get back out of the room, I would vote for it being out of the room. If he does not, then I think we might as well go all in.
Yeah, I would agree.
okay.
Well, it's
If they can't leave, then us leaving just hangs them out to dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, now
Jill
you're
Barr
saying
across
Jill Bar,
is-
just Jill Bar?
Just
Just Jill
And
Barr. So the
Dojo's
encounter
an auto
started
make.
with Dojo,
Yeah.
and
Dojo's in
And
there
then
too.
Jill Bar moved in
Yep.
because he had already jumped over the thing and then Dojo went. How did that pan out?
I think Jill Barr came in, and then I think Dojo came in, and I think Jill Barr spent some of his special abilities to make the jump, and then you sprung the surprise. I'm kind of wondering, could the surprise have come on Dojo's entrance, and Jill Barr, as a penalty, still loses the abilities that he spent to get over, but we retcon that and say he chose not to jump over. That would be my
that's kind
in the
of,
middle.
I'd be okay with that.
we wouldn't have to roll.
We could say
again.
as a free action, maybe Dojo yelled something or something,
Yeah.
or maybe you guys heard Nualia.
Right, and I mean, those of us in the hallway can still kind of see what some of what's going on in there. So
Yeah. But if you were to do that, where would Jill Bar go?
I think
I think you would
use
have
it.
to be in bedhead space there. Yeah.
I think you'd do
Okay, so move yourself there, Jill Bar, and let's just look at what we're looking at. Okay. So that's how you guys want to be. Is that
Just
what
gonna
you're
stack
saying?
that.
that.
yeah.
I think
You're
so.
leaving.
I mean,
you're leaving
that's
this
my
one
vote.
up to Dojo guys. I'm down.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
I'm
if
not
you-
really clear how that improves your situation unless you're sacrificing.
I think the idea is to draw them back into this room where we can get 3 people on them. Dojo, ideally, Dojo, Jill Barr, and Glurk in the 3 catbird seats. You got your archer backing them up, and then you've got your 2 spellcasters, your bomb throwers in the others. You do a Cebu 6-pack right basically
Yeah.
in here.
So the thought is that Dojo can probably get across.
Right. If he's
But-
an auto
but-
pass, he can get back in there, draw him in.
But let me throw one
I
thing
see.
at you. If I end up rolling a shitty initiative, which is extremely likely, Dojo can't get out this round.
Right.
He can go around your spot, can't he?
Best case scenario, he could get to right here because he's not going to be able to jump over if I'm in this space.
Mhm.
So if he goes before me, which
I thought
his initiative isn't that spectacular, but if he goes before me, then he's going to be stuck taking potentially several attacks before he can cross.
Well, then maybe there is your chance of using inexplicable luck to give yourself that bonus.
So I was going to say.
The only thing I would point out, and this is just player to DM talking, or DM to
DM.
player. I'm used to saying it the other
well,
way.
we can all
Um,
move too, can't we? We don't have to be where we're standing.
With Jill Barr out of the room, if you guys do this, and we're the Yeth hounds to get initiative over Dojo, they can both charge it.
Hmm.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And
Yeah, so
one
it's
of
not
them-
just our initiative; it's theirs too.
Yeah, and
True.
one of them could literally cut him off and make it so he can't get out.
Exactly.
So I mean, I get that tactically it might
And
be,
keep in mind, they're smart hunters.
yeah,
These are hunters.
True.
tactically I understand that sort of falling back makes a ton of sense. But I just don't know. Like if we do this, that's great for Jilbar's chances of survival. But I think it gives a pretty, like, if Dojo's beat on initiative, he could just be fucked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
they could
there's an upside to that, John, and that's you'll get to meet Kareem El Jabbar, you know, and your life will change when you do. So,
But
it's all good, man.
The Gam Jabbar. Finally.
can
Mhm.
if we can all move a little bit more, could you go through Jilbar's spot?
Well, the
I-
question is if he gets beat on
Yeah,
initiative
if I
and
get
cut off.
yoked on initiative, that doesn't matter.
Well,
Yeah,
Even
it
if you
doesn't.
get
since
yoked
Yeah.
Jilbar,
by one.
one of us has to be in the room to start this thing. Is that what you're saying?
and you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna like I appreciate everyone's efforts here, and Horton, I appreciate your magnanimosity of entertaining the idea. But realistically, I spent the inexplicable luck point.
Sure.
I think I should just be fucking in the room.
All right.
And we just roll hot and see what happens. You know, like
The other thing I would point out, Jilbar, as an intelligent creature, and you guys are like, let's get out of meta and get back in gaming mode. You were just in another room upstairs where you were in a tactical situation where you were left alone and you got outflanked by these Yeth hounds, and it almost killed you.
Yeah.
So that'd be going through your head, I think.
Correct.
And you would, and being your character, I don't think you would just abandon Dojo to the same fate.
I agree.
So Hort, these pillars that are here in the center, do they prevent movement through that square, or do they prevent?
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna say: as described, the pillars hold the room up.
Okay.
So I'm imagining, I was thinking about that myself because it disadvantages both of us to an extent based on where Nualia is. But I think, and tell me what you guys think, the way I envision it is this is a huge old vaulted, Thessalonian room.
What is the height of the ceiling?
The height of the ceilings in here, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said it was a vaulted room. So they're like 30 feet.
Oh. Okay.
So and I'm envisioning like these huge Thessalonian, like I'm thinking these would have to be huge pillars. So
Yeah.
I think the way I'm going to rule it for both of us is we can't move through those spaces, and I think that'll make it a little spicier.
Can they be shot around? Can I shoot my bow around those spaces?
I think we can have that conversation with partial concealment. You might be able to use
Gotcha.
that to your advantage.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
If you can make a straight line
But
through something, maybe that would be
Like, have you guys ever been in a medieval like cathedral? Anyone who's been to like Bruno, I think you came with me, but like an old Norman cathedral where the pillars that hold up the nave are like, 12 feet around, they're huge. And I just see these as like, I know they're 5 foot squares, so maybe like about 4 or 5 foot pillars,
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. If that's the case, then I'm gonna go here. I'm assuming that torch is on the wall, right? I can go where that
Yeah.
torch is.
Mm-hmm. Unless I'm on fire right now.
Yeah.
That
Professor,
boy
did
is
you-
on fire.
Professor, let me just look at you.
I'm a iffy on that. I got a 2.
Yeah, because remember, it's a DC 5, but with your strength, it's dex space, you get a +2. It's a DC 5, so you may need to roll to see if you can get over that, unless I'm missing something.
Baby, roll.
And just don't roll a rock, or roll a rock, depending on how you define what a rock is. Glass cannon
Are we
guys say that we're
rolling?
rolling a rock
What's
when they do well.
Consensus, boys. Are we rolling on the board? Just sticking for old times?
God, no.
I bought this just so I can roll at home.
Rito, that implies you're cheating, and I would never want to think that about my smoke.
Yeah, no, I would never do that.
This
I'm just
voice
saying,
crack.
I'll do what the group does. I'm good either
No,
way.
I honestly just do what you want. I mean, that's part of the fun of the game. I'm rolling off the board. I show you my 20s just because I can't believe it. But
Some of us don't have that
It's up
problem.
to you. I mean, do what's more fun for you. Is it more fun to roll dice, or is it more fun to hit a computer? It's up to you.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Do you
I'm
have all
watching
your
that.
20s pre-rolled and laid out
I
to
wish.
show us?
No, I wish.
Yeah, no pre-rolling over here. Actually, I did do a little pre-rolling for initiative, but
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. I made it.
ragu.
I'm good.
All right, so you're across. Okay.
Babu.
Does anybody else want to move their characters before I hit the on button? Once I hit the start button,
I think
We're
Glurk has to
in
get across
game.
too.
Glurk, you better go across. Yep.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
get in the room?
Are we
Okay.
gonna
That's good.
Glurk try to throw DTD? What are we got like?
So Glork, you have the same odds. You have a 2 acrobatics. So as long as you don't roll a 1 or a 2, I believe, on a DC 5, then he's okay, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So roll it up.
I rolled a 19.
Nice.
All right. Just remember, Jesus is watching you.
No, his wife's gone for the weekend.
Yeah.
And Bruno, Odin is watching you.
Mm-hmm. No,
Um,
I'm rolling on the board, baby.
He's a good boy.
Squeaks and Vince, the devil's watching you.
Kurt Vonnegut?
Little baby Jesus.
Yes, indeed.
Weird.
No.
Bob Barker is watching you.
Totally weird.
Tucker Carlson is watching Mike.
Oh, don't even.
Oh, wow.
Don't bring us down. All right, so DTD, you're the last of the Mohicans here. Is that where you want to be?
No. I want to try. I'm gonna
Get in
try
this
and get
corner.
across.
Get in my pocket.
Yeah, get in the
So-
corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
And then
And
I'm
I
gonna
should
just
prob-
try and get across.
you're going to try to get up ahead, right, Raridan?
I think I should be
Oh.
across too, but try to trip this
Yeah.
trap.
Try
from
to trip
here,
the
right?
trap. Yep.
I
Yeah.
think so.
And
Yeah,
Sparrowhawk, you do not need to make a roll because of your incredibly high acrobatics.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, so is everybody where they want to be?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just
Let's
going to
get it
move a few things around here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I just, you can't tell. Okay, let's all roll initiative.
Kuatoa.
A very important initiative. Roll your initiative and tell me what you get.
So, question: can I use a
Oh,
spell?
Jesus, dude. Questions
Can I
are
use a-
over.
Can I use a spell that's an immediate action that gives it's an
Yeah.
immediate action to give me a plus to my dex for my initiative?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use burst of adrenaline to give a +4.
Rio's just
I'm making rulings now. This is
He's
great.
ruled.
The night's
That was ruled.
on.
I heard
Good
a
play.
ruling. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Only because you guys are going to need all the help you can get to survive this combat. Oh,
This is a practice.
hey-oh.
Dojo's got a 23.
Yeah, All right, Dojo's got a 23. That's a very important initiative roll for your team.
Bedhead has a 19 thanks to his +4.
Wow, that's
Wow.
another important one.
Jilbara's at a modified 11.
All right,
Sweet.
honest
Sweet.
man.
ETD is at 13.
Got it.
Not too shabby.
Okay, I need Finn and Glurk.
Glurk is
I am
at
at a 16.
Glurk is at a
16.
modified 21.
Nice.
Wow.
What's your bonus, Finn?
It is +6.
Just asking for a friend.
hmm
Uh-oh.
That's a damn good friend of yours.
So, okay, so we got our initiative. Before I hit the button,
What's this button?
it's a mythical button that once I hit it, then we're all in combat and we can't stop the recording. Can't
It's
stop
called
the
a
record.
clitoris, Chris.
That's the head of his penis. Yeah.
You got to just
That
make
is no
that
myth.
figure 8. Make the figure 8. Drives him crazy.
Rito, have a Quaker point.
Yay!
We're
Speaking
gonna
of
need
which,
it.
can we get a Quaker
Oh.
point breakdown?
Revival?
Yes, please.
Yeah, remember I gave everybody one for just getting through the last one, so everyone should have at least one from the end of last.
Thank God.
Yeah, so let's do that review.
So it looks like if I give one to everybody, Dojo has 1. Glurk has 2. Jobar has 3. Ziggy's dead. DTD has 2.
Oh.
Rito has 4. And Bedhead has 2.
How many did Jilbar have?
3.
How many did Dojo have?
1.
1.
How many did Aridin have?
4.
Whoa, Aridin. And Glurky.
Actually, it looks like Glurk has 3, not 2. Excuse me.
Oh, that's great.
Got it. All right. Here's the last thing we're going to do before we get rocking and rolling. I need everybody to tell me how encumbrance is reflected. Any changes in your encumbrance rules are reflected in your weakened strength.
Give me it's going to take me a second because I did not
So
do
just
it in.
take a look at that because that would obviously impact battle. Jilbar, I'm concerned about you because with an 18 strength, you already had heavy encumbrance.
Yeah, I am very heavily encumbered, but I don't think it goes beyond heavy. Let me just check one thing on my character sheet.
Yeah, double check that.
Yeah, because so I have one thing on my character sheet. Let me remove that. Okay, and now let me check.
Yeah, there does not appear to be a
I don't know if
beyond heavy.
yeah, I don't see if I don't think there is one.
Yeah, because one thing, one of my domain powers is I get a +10 to my base movement, which offsets the movement penalty of heavy. It does not offset the
Load. If you exceed your heavy load.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think right now that's where I'm at because I'm showing a negative. Normally it just says acrobatics -7. Right now I have an additional acrobatics in parentheses jump at -19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So the way I read
got
it is that you at that level you lose your dexterity bonus to AC and you can only move 5 feet per round as a full action.
Wow.
Judas Priest.
Yeah, in summary, while encumbrance categories are light, medium, and heavy, a character can technically exceed their heavy load, entering an overloaded state where movement is severely restricted and dexterity bonus to AC are lost. Further, strength reduction could lead to character becoming unconscious. That's at a lower.
Right.
While
Why don't you
heavy
take
load is
your
the
top off,
highest
Gilbar?
penalty tier listed in the core encumbrance rules, a character can exceed their maximum heavy load. This state is referred to as overloaded. What happens when overloaded? When overloaded, you lose any dexterity bonus to AC and you move only 5 feet per round as a full round action. I'm going to wipe out the full round action because basically you would just be inert in this battle and be dead. But so I'll say you can battle freely given your like extreme training over the years.
Mhm.
But if you think about it, you were 18 strength, like you were like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now you're like you or me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, and at least as I'm looking at it, it's talking about lifting and dragging. A character can lift as much as double his maximum load off the ground, but only stagger with it while overloaded in this way. The character loses dexterity. So maybe, wearing armor and such is a different.
So here's what I'm going to rule. You lose your dexterity bonus to AC. Did you even have one?
Nope.
Okay, so that part's fine. And I'm going to say you can only move 5 feet per round. You could take 5-foot steps or 5-foot actions as your movement, but otherwise you can fight as normal. How do you
Wouldn't
think
your
that's
extra
fair?
10 count to that? So you'd have 15.
Mhm.
Okay. because he gets like a divine, like whatever the 10.
Well, but if I follow the rules, he can only move 5 feet per round as a full round.
No, I'm fine with only being able to take a 5-foot
I
step.
think I think that's more than fair.
That's more than fair.
Okay.
And maybe
So that's the ruling on that.
Maybe the only reason I can do that is because of my connection to Abadar.
It would have to be, because in reality, you would basically, it would take you the entire round just to move 5 feet, and you would be a sitting duck and get slaughtered by the Yeth. So we're not gonna do that to you. That wouldn't be sporting.
Come on.
DTD, you were at an 8. Going to a 6 probably gives you more minuses. It might knock you from medium encumbrance to heavy. That would be the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, it basically it means that I would probably have to like take off my backpack to move normally.
Okay. I'll let you decide how you want to play that.
Take it all off.
I don't know if we talked about this or not, but in PC Gen, you can go to temporary bonuses and give yourself the ability damage, and then you can look at exporting your character, and it tells you what your encumbrance is then.
Where do you see that on the character sheet? I'm trying to look at it right now.
It's under temporary bonuses, and then you go to abilities, conditions.
I know that. On the character sheet itself.
Oh, so you
I don't see the encumbrance on here.
You got to export it, and then when it pops up your export, that's when it says it.
Oh, okay.
So while you're looking at that, Dojo and Aridin are fine. Bedhead, you went from 8 to 5. I don't think you had light encumbrance.
Yeah. And that's actually a problem. I don't have very much stuff on me, but when my PC Gen is still set up for Knobs, and Knobs always had heavy encumbrance, but he had a belt to prevent it, so I just turned my encumbrance off. I don't know how I did it. I did it 7 years ago.
Yeah,
but
I did. I think. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It means I kind of don't know how to know what my encumbrance is, because the PC Gen doesn't say it.
Well, here's your weight allowance for. I'm looking at your character. Light encumbrance for you is 26, medium is 53, and heavy is 80.
Let me go and add up what I have. What's medium?
Oh, you're only at 7 pounds.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, mostly I have his spells and papers and stuff.
So I think we're just going to say, even with it. I mean, assuming going down to a 6, you can still carry 7 pounds. I'm just going to rule that you can. So we're not going to worry about you. Glurk would be the only question mark. Glurk, have you done any analysis?
Yeah, Glurk's at a medium, and it doesn't really change much for me.
Okay. All right, sweet. So I think we've got all that paperwork out of the way. So now, unless anyone has any last minutes, let's get the fight down.
Shaky town, shakedown.
Did Dojo end up with that ring, or what the hell?
Yes.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah, at least for this fight.
Yeah.
Glurk kills you.
Right.
Okay, it's go time. First thing I need everybody to do, as you see Nualia, does everybody see Nualia? I kind of forgot about this pillar, and it's not her turn. But can everybody see Nualia?
Yes.
See part of her at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need everybody to make a will save and tell me what you get, just upon gazing at her.
And this is with the +2 from.
Yeah, she's an evil creature.
No, this isn't like a no, this is something slightly different. So no.
No +2.
And it's not a just trust me on this. It's more of a flavor thing.
13 plus
5.
Okay.
I got
Laura's at a 15.
I'm at a 7.
Okay. That makes perfect sense too. This is coming together just how I hope.
I am at a. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong person.
Dojo's at an 11.
Yeah, this all kind of adds up so far.
Bedhead's at a 19. Or not.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes perfect sense. All right. So here's what happens. You guys all look at her, and Aridin, we're saying because you're so tall, you're kind of looking around and you see over
Sure.
Glurk and you see. And those of you, Aridin and Glurk specifically, and Dojo, you're kind of in between, but you're so mentally strong. But you specifically have heard all these tales about Nualia, you know, and this is the first time you're gazing upon her. And you are just so knocked over by her Asimar beauty and her terrible visage and then the demonic arm that you feel not uncontrollable, but you feel pangs of deep Dionysian lust for.
What?
And Dojo, you kind of feel a wave of that coming over you, but you kind of your training, your Zen training, is kind of allows you to shake it off.
My heart's already with somebody else.
Dojo, or Jill Bar, you're a family man. You know, you recognize her beauty, but that's not where your heart is. Bedhead, you don't even notice. And DTD, what did you get, DTD?
13.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, hey, that's a honey mama. But but it doesn't really, impact you behind that, because that's kind of how you feel about most.
Yeah.
Totally.
So it's not going to necessarily, it may come into play later for benefit or bane, but only for Glurk and Aridin. So we're just going to file that away.
Wheel or woe.
Wheel or woe. And now that we're done with the grab ass, the first entity that goes in initiative order is Yeth Sound number 2, the guy in the north where I'm clicking. And you see, as you all kind of jump in the room and you're breathing heavily and you see Nualia and Glurk and Finn, you know your feelings. Everyone knows what their mental state is as you're staring at her, and you're all broken out of your reverie by this insanely loud and creepy baying that you've heard before. And I need everybody to give me a will save with the +2.
Keep in mind, if you want to use a Quaker point, you have to announce it beforehand.
Yeah.
Good call.
Rito's going to use a Quaker point.
Okay.
So that's how that goes.
Yeah. Okay, let me mark you down here.
Let me take it off of my sheet.
Well, you got like 100 of them.
Yeah, I might as well. This is where it's either going to...
Don't cost nothing.
Quaker points, you get a roll twice. Is that the deal?
You do. Now, keep in mind, you got another Yeth Hound, and you got whatever devilry she's up to. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm just saying you have to decide if you want to keep it in your pants.
DTD rolled a 17.
All right, you're clear.
Jilbar is at a 25.
You're clear.
I am going to use that Quaker point.
Oh. Well, you remember, the other one can bay too.
I know.
Okay, you're down to 1. I see where you're playing.
So
you're basically rolling at advantage. Take the roll 2 die 20s.
I don't want to jinx this stupid dice roller. So is 15 make it? I'll still use the Quaker.
I got a real tweener too.
And on this one, the +2 resistance bonus from protection from evil, I believe, does apply. Correct?
That we ruled that. That's correct.
Fuck it. I'm not going to Quaker point it.
No. Okay.
Nice. Jesus. I'm Quaker pointing.
You are Quaker pointing.
If you haven't figured that out yet. So my first one is a 11.
Oh, would have been a miss.
Second one, 17 plus 3, 20.
You're clean.
Did 15 make it?
Yes, it did.
I used the Quaker anyway. I just don't want to roll it.
Does 14 make it?
Does what?
14?
14? Just barely makes it.
Whew.
Rolled a 10 and an 11. And then 11 is the highest I've rolled all night.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that's a
Better on the
standard
board
action
rail.
for Mr. Yeth Hound.
And that
So
was
he's
north
not
one.
going to do much else. He is going to move up. Let's see. He is a smart hunter. He's going to go right.
Not that smart.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, that goes in your 5-foot step. You're right. That's stupid. Yeah, he's going to stay where he is. And then that is Dojo next.
All right. As a free action, I'm going to turn the shield on,
Good boy.
and I'm going to run in and start smacking this dick.
All right, smack away.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Let's see how bad this looks. Maybe not too bad. I was power attacking 17.
Hit.
Oh, good. Okay, so I don't fumble.
Good.
Oh, okay. Yep. Got it.
That's me.
That's you. Okay.
That's me.
So Dojo comes in and he shakes off the sonic mind affecting bay, and he but it must have thrown him off his game because he just misses the maw of the pound. And next is Glurp.
Oh man. I am going to fall in behind Dojo, and I'm going to try. Well, as okay, as a free action, I'm going to rage.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Okay, and then I am going to try to hit at the Yeth Hound with my new abnormal reach.
Very nice.
Nice.
And
Abnormal,
no
but
bullshit,
nice.
natural 20.
Yes. The Timmy has begun.
I haven't rolled a natural 20 like the whole game. I don't think I have.
Nope.
Not until you started rolling at home.
Yep.
Do whatever's fun.
Yeah.
It's
No
fun to get natural
fans.
20.
So I don't even know what to do with the natural 20, honestly.
Roll
Well,
again.
you have to roll to confirm.
Oh, okay.
On the board.
On the board? Okay, I don't care.
The Horton call.
Where's I don't
A
even have
gentleman
Up to
always
you.
rolls his confirm on the board.
I don't even have my dice roller up yet. Okay. Roll d20. Okay, now gotta go back over here. Go to rage and 8 plus 16.
That is exactly a
Nice.
hit.
Oh, sweet.
Okay,
Confirmed.
so
Critical.
Horton, do you have the critical hit pulled up?
I do not, of course, because I fucking keep forgetting to getting it from you.
It looks like it's
Okay.
a ×3 critical.
Yep. So, what is your current to hit bonus, Glurk? Keep in mind
Plus
your
8.
diminished strength. Perfect. And then, what is the defender's AC, Horton?
16.
16.
Okay. So, okay. So, smash damage on this with a critical hit and a confirmed critical is max damage plus 2 damage rolls. So you automatically get 112 plus 2d12 plus your modifiers. And then the effect is partial blindness, meaning a 20% mischance for 1d4 rounds.
Oh, wow. That's huge. All right. Who's rolling the D4? Roll that on the board just so we all know what it is.
Oh,
Right.
shit. Okay. D4 on the
Oh,
board.
nice.
3.
1.
Take the 3.
All right, well, that's still
Take the
good.
3.
Okay, and
All
then
right, for one round, 20% miss chance. Juicy.
okay, and
What
then
was your
Damn it, Timmy.
initiative?
3.
Tonto?
You said 3 die 12 plus.
No, it's you automatically get max damage on the first dice, so
Okay.
so 12
Okay.
plus 2d12 plus 3 times whatever your current damage modifier is.
Okay. So looks like 12. Okay. So 19 plus 12 is what, 31?
31.
And that's it, right? 31.
Yeah.
And I was looking at my stuff. What is the special effect?
It partially blinded by the force of your blow for 1 round. It has a
Oh.
20% miss chance.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that is
Tonto,
cool.
What was your initiative?
Nice work, Tommy.
21.
Nice.
You hear the Yeth hound screech out in pain.
1 down.
1 to go.
Not anywhere near 1 down, but I like your moxie. All right.
What about that DM Mercy we were talking about?
Yeah, DM Mercy ended with the button.
God damn it.
Okay.
Illusion.
Thought we
Bad
decided that was the clitoris.
Um,
Don't go to
I'm
the well
actually-
twice, Rito, or I'm taking that Quaker point.
Fair enough.
I'm actually going to drink my cognitogen and bring my wisdom up +4 alchemically, and so I'll get a +2 to my will save next round, any future rounds, and
Okay.
it also makes basically my AC goes up 1 as well, because my AC goes up 2, but my dex goes down, so AC goes up 1 and my will save goes ways up.
Awesome. Okay, so is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Findabar. Oops, sorry, Eridan.
That's all right. Question for you. Can,
No.
assuming we took some time to look at this, can Eridan use his trap finding and trap disarming ability to rig this portcullis trap so it doesn't go off for, say, a couple of rounds, or something to jam the correct gears or keep the portcullis up? Is there something I can do here?
Yeah, roll. Let's see, Eridan. Let me go look at your character sheet. Why don't you roll a disable device? Looks like your best one.
Gotcha.
Give me a disable device check. Tell me exactly what you're trying to do, and that will impact the DC.
Depending on, kind of how this, I guess, functions, what I like to do is jam something in there so the portcullis trap itself can't close and trap somebody in between here. So what I'm trying to do is jam those doors open, using either a weapon or something to just kind of keep that.
Yeah, no, there's a dagger in the one that's, there's 2 of those nice things. One of them was, you've put that, didn't somebody put a dagger in, Dojo put a dagger in one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that still in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 2 different elements to this. So there's the 2 portcullises, which you're trying to address. And then there's the 2 horizontal slices, one of which
Choppers.
is disabled. Yeah,
Yep.
so you think at least.
Maybe what I want to do is just. Are you saying it's kind of jammed open as it is?
Well, so here's what it looks like. When it receded, the 2 portcullises went up, the portculli, as it were.
Yep.
And the one set of knives recessed back in the wall, but the other set didn't because they were jammed. Get it?
Okay.
So they're still out. You don't know what that bodes for the rest of the trap. You do know that the plate's back on, so were somebody to step on it, you presume the 2 portcullises would come down.
Okay.
Ooh.
but they come from the ceiling, and it's like a 10-foot ceiling. So you're thinking, I don't even know where I would begin. In order to get leverage to even get up there, you'd need a tool, and then you'd have to figure out what you're
Yeah, I can
thinking it
see
would be
myself getting
dicey.
into a long process.
Yeah,
with
and then
this,
if
so
you
maybe we'll
slipped,
just-
and then if you hit the plate, then you might fall. It feels like it's more trouble than it'd be worth. You feel like
Okay.
the better choice is to just not fucking step on that plate.
If you tripped it, would it just go down though?
We don't know. You don't know. You assume because it recessed up.
Huh.
Like 3 of the
It
4
reset
elements
itself,
of the
right?
trap reset. The only one that didn't is the horizontal set of sides that Dojo or put the dagger in. Does that make sense?
So do we still want to jam it so nobody can leave the room if somebody does flee? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, because
I think
it off?
we're here. I think that's
Yeah.
the best plan, but
it
your
cuts,
call.
Okay.
cuts off people
So-
coming at us from behind.
And that's just a pressure plate. Like
I'll try and trigger the pressure plate to bring it down, and when it's down, if there's something I can stick somewhere to try and keep that door closed, even if it's the one on this side, I don't need the other ones to stop. I just need to stop it so if somebody flees, we're all still in the same spot.
So you want to trigger the pressure plate to bring the portcullises down.
Yep.
Interesting. But
Not
you
me on the inside,
understand
but me on the outside. Yep.
you understand that by doing that, yeah, no, I get it. The problem is there needs to be some weight on it. You don't know how much. And you also know that if you're like putting your foot across, that's going to slice your leg off when it comes down.
For sure.
If it comes
Yep.
So you would have to have a plan for what can I put on it, how much weight it would have to be an experimental thing.
Can I do a quick calculation to see, in between the I'm assuming the portcullis comes down with spikes and maybe a bar at the bottom. Is there enough room for me to put my hand down, press down on the plate with force, and have it, close between my wrist and
Or like pull it.
So my hand is on the other side.
You feel like that? Yeah, you feel like that would be kind of like playing. What's the thing where you stick your hand out and slam a knife on the table?
Whatever
that is, mumbly peg or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
The only risk is if you miscalculated, it would likely result in some sort of mangling or decapitation of a limb.
I don't think I'm carrying enough to throw something on there. You know what I mean? I literally have no armor. I have no.
I mean, and the other thing to reflect on is this trap was kind of designed to, you're thinking very cunningly you're thinking ancient, by now Thessalonian
Sure.
smithies, that to avoid people being able to do those things. So you think that it would be you going against whomever they used as weaponsmiths.
Do you have like a spear or something? Like you could use your bow, but I don't think you want to break your bow.
Or engine.
Yeah, if I could use my bow, but that's the only other thing I have is that spell storing dagger, and that's
don't risk your bow.
not the right.
You think that would be unwise?
If I put my bow in there, I'm out of this
Right.
competition for whatever.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I'll just try and play defense and just stay in that hallway, and maybe I'm not the one who flees, and
I mean, you could step in here and just shut this door and stand in front of the shut door.
that I could do. Yeah, that works
Yeah.
for me. I will do
So
that.
then you wanted, okay, so you're going to shut that door.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a move action and a standard action.
Yep.
Do you have any Swifties or immediates or freeze you want to do?
As a Swifty, I will. Can I see Nualia yet?
You can see like part of her because now you're vertically across from her with 2 big pillars. So imagine if you're like at St. Paul's Cathedral and you're looking across the chancel, and you're looking, at Bruno, who's 2 pews over, but there's 2 pillars in between you, and you're directly adjacent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in the same line of sight, so maybe you see like an arm or.
I basically I want to
part of
study
her.
target. If I can't to her, then I'll just do it to the hound to the north.
What are the study target rules?
Good question.
Like, do you need to see the whole target or just part of the target? Or do you need, are you looking for vitals?
It makes sense to me that it would be, the vitals would be the.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'd say tactically you could either hold your action and wait till you move. You would calculate that she's probably going to move through allied space while she still can.
It actually, I forgot. I'm too low level. This is still a move action, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay, and the next thing that happens is something.
Uh-oh.
And then Nualia's turn.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
And you just hear her say, "How dare you come into the sanctuary of Lemash 2 and defile our work? You will die!" As her eyes flame up, and she's gonna move through here and come up to here.
Okay.
And she's got, as she does that, you see she's got a beautiful bastard sword that she has. And she's going to take a swing at you, Jilbar.
Okay.
She's beautiful, Jilbar. Don't hurt her.
Yeah, that's how you're feeling, kind of. AC 29.
That is in fact a hit.
Okay. Okay. So let me get up that big dice. Okay. Okay, that's all. There we go. Mid-range. So that is going to be 13 points of damage.
Jesus.
And what is she wielding?
Bastard
sword. A bastard sword.
Bastard sword. Okay.
But she's also got a claw.
She can't attack with both because she moved this round.
That's true. Good call. So you're clear there.
Thank God.
And that's her turn. Other than she's gonna flavor spit in your face.
Roll
just
hit.
because she's a bitch. And now
Glurk's
it's your favorite Yeth hound's turn.
Glurk's kind of checking her ass out right now. It's really
yeah.
weird.
Well, Glurk, you're inflamed. Part of your rage is your passions are up, and this is like, as a warrior, you can control. You're already having trouble controlling your rage, but your rage is channeling in a weird way. You're trying to control the lust element. It's very difficult. Yeth hound number uno is up, and he's gonna bay because that's what he does. And I need everybody to give me a will save.
Oh fuck!
Jesus.
I am using another Quaker point.
Are you?
I am.
Hey, bro. All right,
Burn
down
them.
to 2, Rito.
Use them or you lose them.
Oh, is that a 23?
That's clean.
Yeah, I got an 18.
Clean.
Nice.
I'm using a Quaker.
You are using a Quaker.
Oh,
gotcha.
are you? You're down to
1.
DTD
down to
got 20.
1. DTD's clean.
Dojo's going to use a Quaker.
Down to 0, sir. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of needed it. 9, 7, 16.
Hit. Clean.
Cool.
Is that everybody?
No, my first
Didn't need
one.
it. 19.
Yeah, I didn't need mine either. I got 18.
Yeah, okay. Everyone's clean. Bedhead?
Yep, I was 19. And then
Okay, you guys are all
18.
fine. Yeah, maybe
Shoot.
it's because you've been acclimatized to the bays or nothing. DTD.
That was huge.
Right.
Yeah, that was you.
DTD is going to chug an extract.
All right.
And I don't think I even need to move. I'm assuming we can't occupy these spaces, right? Because the pillars are there.
Right.
Correct.
We can't take cover. Do we get cover for those?
Minor.
If you want, you'll get partial cover from a ranged attack if you think one's coming, or like Rito, where he's. So, for example, if the Yeth hound was trying to charge at you, it couldn't. That's where you get partial.
Okay.
It can maneuver around to get you, but the way the board's kind of laid out, you think it would help you in ranged. And you do see a bow on the back of Nualia, but you also know she's engaged in melee.
Yeah, then I'm going to stay put.
Okay. So that's DTD. We got that hooked up. Now it is Jill Barr's turn.
Show him your Frank.
Okay, so with Nualia up in my grill, and I believe knew her briefly before Sandpoint was first attacked and Father Tobyn was killed. Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Maybe
Nualia.
that's why you didn't have those lustful feelings, because you
Yeah,
remember her as an innocent girl.
Nualia, we have defiled your temple because your temple is an abomination. Your pet demon has been sent back to the abyss from when he came from. I name you traitor, traitor to Sandpoint and all that is good in this Galarian. If it is my life that it takes to send you down, so shall it be. And I begin casting a spell defensively.
Oh,
And
nice.
Ooh.
I am going to go ahead and use my inexplicable luck to give me a +8 bonus on that roll.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
And the spell I'm going to cast this round is Shield. And that, so that is, I believe, DC 15 plus twice the spell level. So
Yep.
that is DC 17. And I'm third level caster, so that's +11 +2 for my wisdom modifier. I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice on that.
Do it.
Yep. That's all. That math checks out.
Okay, so I cast it defensively. And then do I want to move or not? No, I don't want to. But I do drop my shield.
Movement can potentially invoke an attack of opportunity.
Well, I'd only be moving one square, but I don't think it makes sense. I want to keep everybody else protected, keep myself between them and her. So I will stay where I'm at, but I'm now wielding. I now have the shield, my metal shield, heavy steel shield. I drop as soon as I've cast invoked Abadar's shield in front of me. So now I have my long sword in one hand, potentially ready to wield it in both, and that's my turn.
Nice.
Okay. Spicy. I just need to check something. Great job. Let me just zip this up here, if you don't mind. It's 1 second. Got too many things open here. There we go. Step 1. What's that? All right, we're going to sit on that. So the next thing that happened is the Yeth hound goes.
Top of the order.
Yep. So that's the one on you, Dojo.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just going to just do here. Attack you. So he's got a bite. The old bite of the Yeth hound. Famous all over Galarian. AC 22.
That's a miss.
Damn. Hi, baby.
Mhm.
Damn.
All right. And now it's your turn, which is poetic.
All right, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step here. I'm gonna drop power attack, and I'm gonna swing on Nualia. This first hit I'm gonna use, I'm gonna try and stunning fist her.
Nice.
So
Dick move.
super
Stop
dick
fisting
move.
chicks.
That ain't gonna work. So I'll do flurry of blows. God damn it. AC 15.
That's a miss.
Okay.
All right, but you are engaged now.
Yeah.
And just before it's Glurk's turn, funny thing happened at the theater. Glurk, I need you to give me a will save.
Oh no.
No, nuts.
All right.
Gonna use a Quaker?
Now,
Got no Quaker.
I don't even know what this is.
I think he's got one left.
All right. Now, I got a +3 right now, and 14 is 17.
Why do you have a +3?
It's my will save and the +1 from the
+2
protection.
from protection from evil, assuming this is coming from an evil creature.
Yeah, and I have
Right.
I have a cloak of resistance, so it's only +1.
Okay, I gotta check something.
So 17 or 16, depending on whether it's evil or not.
Okay, you're good. Never mind.
Do I feel what happened?
Nope.
Oh, jeez.
Detect magic, see anything?
Detect magic does not see it.
Okay.
Okie dokie artichoke. Now it is Glurk's turn.
Well,
Show him your wiener.
I guess I'm gonna keep going on this Yeth hound over here.
Okay.
Try to take that off the board.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1
Roll to confirm.
Yep.
on the board.
Nice.
12 is. I think it's okay. 12 is 20.
You're fine.
It was like, I think you confirmed with an 8 last time, so.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's my
the
turn.
good news. That was your turn. So that's Glurky. Glurky Jerky. And now it's Bedhead.
Though it's maybe against my better judgment, I'm going to cast my last psychic spell. I'm going to cast Ill Omen on her, on the lady. So basically, she goes at disadvantage next round.
Nice. Fair enough. Okay, so you do that. That's a great move. And now it is Aridin Sparrowhawk's turn.
Okay, so as a move action now, I'm gonna study Nualia.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a standard, I'm gonna fire an arrow at her.
Okay.
Okay. 14 plus.
That's a nice clean shot right there.
9 plus 1. 24 AC.
That is. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Just double check. That's a hit.
Nice. And 9 points of damage.
Nice.
All right. Nice work. So first blood has been drawn.
On the board. Mhm.
No second blood.
On the board.
Timmy got first blood.
On her?
Well, I meant on
On
her.
her.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, artichoke. And now we're going to poop in our pants. And it's Nualia's turn.
Yeah.
So Nualia's engaged with Jilbar. She sees Dojo behind her, but her Yeth hound is coming up to protect her from him and engage with Dojo. She's going to keep going on Jilbar, although she did see. What did she do? Is there any physical manifestation of what you just did?
I mean, that's kind of up to you. I've kind of portrayed it that there is like a shimmering aura force in front of me. So I would say there's like this sort of golden aura in front of me that appears to be some sort of barrier.
Yeah, and I'm going to say she has so much rage right now against you for what you just said that she's going to attack you anyway. And she's at disadvantage, so I'm going to roll 2 die 20.
Yep.
Take the lower of the two, and that was fucking good because one of them was a natural 20.
Oh man.
You do not want to be critted by Nualia. But the other one is a AC 24.
That is a miss.
Nice.
Oh, nice work. Wow, that was huge. Okay. Things not going my way so far in this battle, but still plenty of time to recover. So now it's Yeth number 2's turn, or number 1's turn, and he's going to move to protect Nualia. And he's going to attack Jill or Dojo. And he's actually going to move here before he does. Now he's going to attack you with his bite. Chomp chomp. AC 23.
That's a miss.
Jesus, guys. You guys are too powerful. I'll have to do something about that. DTD, you're up.
Okay.
Show them your
I'm
monkey
good.
teeth.
As a swift action, I'm gonna activate the coat, my sipping jacket, so that I have targeted bomb admixture. And then I'm gonna take a 5-foot step. And I'm gonna chuck a bomb at her.
Yeah.
Unleash
Okay.
hell.
All right. Oh bullshit! Natural 20. Holy
Yes.
Nice.
I don't think I
Confirm
get much,
on the board, although touch AC.
Yeah. And
but also it
unfortunately,
doesn't do shit.
yeah, it doesn't do much.
Yeah.
But it's a confirmed hit, which is great.
Oh. What's your
Doesn't
bonus?
confirm. Touch AC.
That's still a
8.
hit. Yeah, that's not a
Okay.
hit.
That's not confirmed. All right.
But still a hit. Full damage. Remember,
Yep.
a non-confirmed crit.
And then, so that'll be 2 die 6.
So just, we don't even have to roll it. It's max damage. So whatever your max damage is.
That's nice.
So that would be 6. That's 26 points of damage.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Judas
Fuck,
What the
Priest.
hex?
Because I had the targeted bomb admixture.
Jesus.
I love that. That's great, man. I love that one.
That's a big kick in the pants if I ever felt one. Right, my noogies. Jill Barr.
We are here to avenge Father Tobyn and all those slain in your ruthless attacks upon what was once your home. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and swing my longsword twice. And I'm going to go ahead and put a quacker into this.
Nice.
And let's see how that goes.
Now, how does that work? You're going to swing twice. You mean you're going to swing twice because of the Quaker?
Yes. So I'm rolling twice, in other words.
Gotcha.
For some reason, my dice roller's taking forever, though. I don't know why all
Ooh,
of a sudden.
nice. The first one.
Okay, so 17, I'm in a little bit of a diminished state, but I think that'll still do. So that is AC 22.
That is a hit right on the nuts. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
She's got a bunch of stuff under it.
All right,
darn it.
I'm not doing a ton of damage right now, but if I can keep her attacking me, that is good for us. That is, I believe, that is 8 whole points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, that's still good.
Nice.
Okay, solid play there. Okay, now the next thing that happens is something really sexy. Out of nowhere, DTD. Out of nowhere. What the fuck's going on here?
Uh-oh.
Well, if I could get my hand out of my hands. You just feel this rush of heat. And you turn around and right in your grill manifest this huge hellhound.
Is it summoned?
That could
It
be.
is a summoned creature. It's with summoned monster.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So it's not an extra planar.
Well, yeah, it is if it's summoned monster.
It is.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, but it's not whatever. What do you call it?
I mean, if it's summoned protection and it's evil, protection from evil, it can't physically touch us. It could still use a breath weapon or other powers, but it can't touch us unless we
It can't touch
attack
you
it.
though.
Correct.
What was that second part?
It can't physically touch us unless we.
But it can what?
Oh,
Breath weapon or other powers it can use.
What? It can what?
Other supernatural abilities can still affect this.
So just as it appears, you turn and you see it open its maw and breathe a 10-foot cone of fire.
POF.
And that 10-foot cone right at you. Let me just check something. Measure cone. That should also get glurk by my calculation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So let's see what happens.
I get a reflex save.
Yeah, I believe so. I would assume so. Yes. Give me a reflex save, both of you.
Okay. On here.
Tell me what you get.
Oh.
All right. Pretty good.
I got 8.
Well, I rolled a
Okay, that's a miss.
26. I rolled a 26.
That's a hit. All right, so that's a make, that's a miss. So we've got okay. So this is 10 points of fire damage for Glurk, 5 for DTD.
Okay.
And now you got basically you've got this hellhound that's just bursting gouts of flame at you. Gotta love. And yeah, that's what happens. And you're all left wondering, where the hell did that hellhound come from?
Yeah, did anything appear once that was cast?
Are you doing a perception check?
Sure.
Why don't you do a perception check?
Is this trap finding? I got a 25.
With a 25, you scan the room because with your vast intelligence.
I'm not that fast anymore.
Oh, that's right. With your reasonable intelligence, you see up in the corner of the room near the, floating, flying above like a little Twitter.
Okay.
None other than none other than. Sorry, God, I'm getting clogged and it's ruining my dramatic effect.
More Quakers. Feed him more Quakers.
You see none other than. Try this one more time. Horton, fucking A. Pull your shit together. Sorry. Disappointed in myself right now.
As are we all.
You see Aurelium floating up in the air, her tiny little demonic body. And you hear her shout out, Nualia, fear not. Your mother is here.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Jesus.
Give her shovel. She dig grave.
Yeah. Shit just got real.
Shit got real gross. And that is that. And now we've got the Yeth hound going. Yeth hound up north. Northway. And he's going to attack. No, he can't. Let's see. He could come up. Here's what I'm going to do for Theater of the Mind. He would come up and attack Glurk. Let me get back on the token. So he's going to come up here. Imagine, I'll just show you what I'm doing. Aurelium is like floating in the air. So she's like up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to attack. Don't cost nothing. Don't worry about it. And he's going to try to bite Glurky. AC 20?
That's it.
Oh, wow. Nice. Finally hit somebody. And that is sinister bite.
Oh.
A Yeth hound's bite is treated as evil damage. You need to give me a DC 14 will save or be shaken for 1 round.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
No, shaken's not that bad, even if it happens. It's
I
not
know
great.
it's
14 plus 3 is
just kinda
17.
lame.
17.
You made the will save, so you're not shaken.
Yep.
But you do take damage. And let me roll that damage. 10 points of damage, so that's 20 points in the last 2 rounds. How you feeling, Blur?
Not good.
Yeah, that's how I like it. And that's the Yeth hound, and now it's Dojo, the superhero Dojo's turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to start my first attack, not powered attack for the round, on Nualia, and I'm going to try Stunning Fist on her again. Come on.
Ooh.
That might work. That's a AC 21.
Nice.
That's a miss.
Miss. Jeez. Okay, then I'll try to hit her again. There you go. That's AC 27.
That's a hit.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
All right, you guys are whittling her down. It's whittling away. Easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah, we sleep in my bed.
Chip, chip, chipperoo. Okay, so that's... And now it's Glurk's turn.
Ah.
He of Wounded Rager.
Oh, I forgot.
Bruno, what was that damage?
7.
Cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna swing on the Yeth again. Hopefully, I'll hit on this one. That's not good. 11.
Miss. Appreciate your honesty, though, Timmy. He's an honest man. A fool, but an honest fool. Okay. Bedhead.
I think you're on mute, killer.
Rotten kid. Off of a scroll, I'm going to pull a scroll for my move action, and then off of that, I'm going to cast Glitter Dust. And that's a 10-foot radius. So I think if I kind of cast it here, I can hit these 3 guys. I can hit Nualia, the Yeth hound, and this little dude, all with it. So they'll be up.
Wait, who are you trying to
little
hit?
Well, if you want to
Arkham.
hit all of them, you would want to do it. Yeah.
Why can't I hit right?
Does it have a negative impact on your friends?
It potentially
I
does.
mean, it potentially does, but I feel like if I kind of do it right here, can I get like it's a 10-foot radius? Can I? It's a dust, right?
Well, remember
So,
the
Little
the
dude's
closet
not
is
there.
up in the air
Yeah,
too.
you're not gonna hit the closet.
how high? Oh, how high is the closet?
Well, they're on the
20
other
feet,
side of
you're
the
not quite
they're on the
sure.
other side of the room.
No,
Right.
not according to the map, is it? Isn't
This is the closet.
Oh, that is.
It's actually
All right.
right here.
Okay.
Or either one
Yeah.
of those two places.
Then I'll hit the closet. Yeah, I'll hit right here.
Well, what's your eyes overrun? She's 20. So can you hit a target in the air? So she would be
Totally.
like 50 feet away or whatever.
Yeah, it's like 100 feet plus 10 feet of level.
Okay.
The question
you're
is,
gonna hit.
can I try to
Is
do
it an
with a
auto
little-
hit or do you have to try to hit her?
Let
Is
me
it
see,
like a
good
touch
question.
attack?
It's an area of effect. A cloud of golden particles covers everyone and everything in the area, causing creatures to become blinded, will negates, and visibly outlining things for the duration of the spell. All within the area are covered in dust, which cannot be removed and continues to sparkle until it fades, 1 round per level. Each round at the end of their turn, blinded creatures may attempt a new saving throw. So they're visible for the duration of the spell. The question is whether or not they are blinded temporarily as well.
Mhm.
That's
The
a
other
will
thing
save.
that the question is if you even know where she is, because Aridin spotted her, but he never took a free action to call her out.
I mean,
So you
Well,
would
would assume-
she spoke, so I figured that nobody needed to.
That's true.
Hear
That's
from me.
true. I'll give
Yep.
you that. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
and I
I'll
will
give
say,
that to you.
as an illusionist, I'm pretty familiar with illusion and stuff too. And even though she's not visible, I would know. Like,
Or she's not
I feel
doing
like
any
I would-
illusion.
that's
She's
true.
just
All right.
up in the air and small.
And
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
let you do it. So what do I need to do?
roll a will save with a pretty
Okay.
high. It's a pretty easy make, but maybe
Isn't she technically floating over the hound? Is she above him, or did you move her next to him? 'Cause I think
I
she
moved
started out.
her. Yeah, she'd be like 20 feet above him. I was just doing that for
Okay.
the ability to see her. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right. She's like up here. Well, all right. Let me roll this will save.
Reroll.
Character sheet. I got to see what her will is. I don't even know. Oh no. We're having technical difficulties.
Oh no.
That's okay. So maybe someone can help me find out, because if it's a scroll, it's probably cast by a 5th level person. I'm trying to figure out what the will actually is on this scroll.
Well, Glitter Dust is 2nd level
I got it.
spell, so
Third level.
a 3rd level caster, correct?
Mhm.
But I mean that doesn't really matter.
No.
I would say it's 2nd level, so what? That's DC 12 plus call it 2, so DC 14, something like that.
That's fair.
Sounds good to me.
So the blinding is just
What
a bonus.
level spell is it?
Second.
Second.
Yeah, it would be DC 14.
So yeah, that's all. She's automatically covered with the dust. It's just the 14 is if she's blinded or not.
Mhm.
Yep. I'm just checking. Actually, what it is, it's 10 plus the spell level plus the primary spellcaster's ability modifier. So that might actually get you.
Yeah, John was kind of baking in 2 for a bonus to the.
Correct.
Well, but it's the primary. Isn't that off of intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not for a scroll. I believe it's.
Oh, it's a
whoever-
scroll. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
It was a scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Probably 2nd level plus a +2 round of.
Yeah,
14.
no, that works. Yeah. Okay, so the big question is, what's your? Okay. Oh, yuck! She has no bone.
Ho, ho, ho.
That's bullshit.
I need a high fucking
Rag.
roll,
Ooh.
and I got a 14. So I got a 14.
Right on.
That's what, on the nuts.
You needed.
She's not blinded.
So what happens to me? She's not blinded, but she's full of glitter.
Yep.
She's covered in dust and can't go invisible.
Well, that's worth it because she has, as you guys would recall, she has an invisibility at will.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not
that was
anymore.
good. Not anymore. So that
Not
was still worthwhile. Nice work.
anymore.
Eridan, shipwright.
All right. I am going to rapid shot on Nualia this round, and I'm going to spend a Quaker point on my first arrow.
Nice.
So mark me down for another Quaker. 0615.
I don't like all these Quakers that are being used.
Spill the Quakers.
Yeah, you're down to one, Eridan. How do you feel about that?
Real good. Almost too good. All right, so first one, needed it. Probably might not be hit. That is actually still going to be a miss, unfortunately. Second shot though is also a miss. God damn it.
Oh, that's more than a wasted Quaker. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
And what makes matters worse is it's Nualia's turn. Well, she's got her compatriot on Dojo. Jill Barr's really doing a good job of pissing her off, but he is difficult to hit. And she's gonna keep attacking Jill Bar. And this time she's not at disadvantage and she has a full round. So the first will be her bastard sword, which is gotta be a hit. AC 26.
Your futility is coming through, Nualia. Lamashtu does not give you the strength you require to defeat Abadar or Sandpoint. She misses.
Wow.
With a 26?
Correct.
Juicy.
That shield spell.
Eye roll, eyebrow raise. What do you add?
That's what you get for
I
full
am
plate,
at
right?
I am at AC 27. I have full plate armor on, which is 19. Protection from evil gets me +2. Bark skin gets me +2, and the shield spell gets me 4. AC 27, my friend.
And those all stack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's clean. All right, she's gonna try to claw you in anger. And misses. Wow, she may have to shift tactic. The loser's bargain, and she doesn't like to lose.
They caught the shooter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, you would think so. Well, that's good.
Where?
Shakopee? Probably Shakopee.
No, in Sibley County, kind of by
Green Isle.
Your house.
Gaylord or
Awesome.
Green Isle. Yeah.
Jesus, that's
I'm
good.
surprised they caught him alive.
Me too.
Yeah.
I figure the reason why they haven't gotten him because he's just dead in the ditch, auto-inflicted
Yeah.
somewhere.
That's what I thought too.
Well, that sucks because we have to cancel our cosplay for tonight.
Yep. Well, I mean, doesn't say that we still can't go out there and
Yeah, that's
hero.
true. That's true. And it's safer now, so we could just pretend.
Right, exactly.
Okay, the next person that goes is the Yeth hound. I guess not person, the next creature. And the Yethi is the one down south, and he's gonna attack Dojo.
Gonna try.
And he's gonna miss. So that didn't work out so hot for Big Cat. And now it's DTD.
All right. How far away is the closet? 15 feet away from me, or less, or no?
The closet is 20 feet in the air and 15 feet away. So what's that? 35?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Keep in mind you got
activate
that hellhound up your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But he
reminding
can't
you.
he can't physically attack me. So does he get?
Well, but he could keep
Yeah.
breathing those.
Right, but
Does he get an attack of opportunity though?
he would, but he can't hit you.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
that's-
yeah. And
that's what I
and he
figured.
can't. That would have to be a physical.
Correct. You can't do a breath weapon as an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. Or else dragons would be even more deadly.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hold on a second. Touch AC. Oh, hold please. And my character sheet's all jacked up now because I had to change my strength and everything.
That was part of my plan. Jack up your
What?
character sheets.
Mhm.
Wow, Senator Hoffman took 9 bullets and his wife took 8.
What?
Yeah.
the
What?
heck?
And
Holy
she's talking
shit.
already.
Touch AC 21.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hit. Damn,
All right.
that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Boom, boom,
DTD.
boom, boom. So did he have like a semi or an automatic whip?
No, I think
Must
he
have.
probably had an old school, probably like a 9mm at that point, like an
9
old
mil.
Beretta.
Yeah.
You think he had a switch on it or something?
Pre-ban,
You
you
juiced
do
it up?
15 in the chamber or 1 in the chamber and 15 in the clip. So that
Boom, 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 boom,
that
boom,
would
boom.
track.
That tracks.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's either that or he had 2 8-shot clips and 1 in the chamber, which is entirely possible too.
Yeah. Well, which was it, Rito? We know it was really you.
I think it was probably the latter because thinking about the former, he would have
Probably.
only fired 8.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rito, you laid out your cards when you named the company Praetorian.
Yep.
So true.
Mhm.
So true.
No.
All right, that's
So what damn we got?
23 points against her.
God damn
Nice.
it. GTD's taking her down himself. She's not down yet, but he's pretty much the one who's doing the most damage around here.
Does she
Is that
look like
22?
she's
Yeah, she looks pretty
20.
grievously wounded.
20,
Not grievous, but she
23.
looks 23. Got it. She looks
23.
pretty wounded. She was pretty
I'm
jacked up.
I'm pumped 49 points into her. The last 2
Yep.
rounds.
Who did you hit, Werner?
What's that?
Nualia? You hit Nualia?
Yeah.
All right, so now it is Jill Barr's turn.
Whacker.
Jill Barr is going to do the exact same thing as last round. I'm going to expend another Quaker. And I will continue to taunt her. You're surrounded, Nualia. All of the goblins are slain. All of your minions to follow. Abadar will smite you down upon his grace.
Wow.
And that is going to
Nice.
be a 23 to hit.
that'll hit?
And that is 7 more points of damage.
Juicy.
Yep. She absorbs it, but she's not looking good. Now it's Aurelium's turn. She's flying up. She's seeing the battle's not going their way. She is. What would she do? That's kind of gay. She's got to take DTD out somehow. DTD, give me a. Let me just check one thing. Tell you what I'll do. I'll check. I just gotta check.
DTD's trying to call her to him. Bring it on, bitch.
Yeah. So give me a will save.
Is this against a fear effect?
No.
No. Okay. I don't get the +5. I do get the +4. Okay. So that's +3.
Good night.
And then, yeah, an 11, unfortunately.
DTD, you all of a sudden feel your body freeze and paralyze.
Is that by any chance hold person?
Yes.
He is immune.
Mm-hmm.
Immune.
From
Yeah,
Protection
because
from
of the
evil.
protection from evil.
Dang.
God damn it. Is that true for a whole person?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is 100%
Yeah.
mental control.
Mind control. Yep, that's a mind control.
I fucked that one up.
Yeah, well,
No.
no, Aurelium didn't know.
Yeah,
Yep.
she wouldn't know that. Well, she might know that, but we're gonna play it that she didn't because she did it. You shake it off.
He's
Hey,
laughing at her.
Jojo, I sent
Well,
you a
you don't
message on
laugh
Slack.
too long because it's the hellhound.
One might think that protection from evil is worth a Quaker point.
Yeah.
You know, most MVP right now.
Mm-hmm. Leading money winner on tour.
Mhm.
You know what I hate more than anything?
Smoke Laredo.
Quaker point pandering.
Sure.
Yep.
Solicitation.
Yeah.
I'd say that deserves
All
a
right.
Quaker point.
Can't
So
blame
the
a working
hellhound
girl, Horton.
looks at you and breathes once again at DTD and Glurk.
Damn it.
Give me a will or a reflex save.
Jesus.
Reflex save. Yep, I made it.
17 plus 20.
All right, you both made it, so you only take 3 points of fire damage. And now it's the second Yeth Hound's turn.
Jesus.
And he's going to attack Glurk. AC 21.
That's it.
God, he just keeps pummeling Glurk. You do have to give me another.
Does he have to do that if he's not good aligned?
Oh, yeah, I am not good aligned. I am chaotic neutral.
You're right. So
Just
you don't.
checking it. Yep.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Oh, geez. Thank you. I think that's maybe worth a point, a Quaker point.
What?
Right?
All right.
You're giving out
So,
Quakers.
all right. So that's gonna be. What did I just say? Yethound damage. Okay. Let's see what happens. This could be juicy damage. 12 points of damage, Glurk. Are you down yet?
I'm down. Not
Yeah.
but I'm not out. I'm just down.
All right.
All right.
I'm still
You
up.
see Glurk
No, I'm still up.
go down.
No, I'm still up.
No, he's
What?
I'm down but not out.
Are you up or down?
I'm still up.
Up.
Okay.
Down in hit points.
But you're gonna wanna wand his ass.
So you're down.
Yeah,
buddy.
let's see some precise language here.
I'm down pretty
They
low.
All right.
wanna Wagoa.
Right?
Dojo.
Well, I'm gonna try and topple this gal down. No power attack. I'll try stunning fist again.
Come on, stunning fist.
Come on, stun.
Yeah.
That might work.
nice.
AC 23.
Yep.
Hit.
Head.
Yes. All right. Make a fortitude save.
Oh, that's interesting.
Tell me what you get.
Fort. All right. She's got a very good fort,
Does she?
but she rolled like shit. She rolled a 3,
What's that
so
get
that's
you?
a miss. 13.
Okay. 13. She's stunned.
Nice.
And
Oh no.
she
That's-
takes 5 points of damage, and I'm gonna flurry of blows her.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna miss on the flurry of blows, but she's stunned.
She can't
for-
take any actions.
No. And
Oh,
loses any
no.
dexterity bonuses to AC. Takes a -2 penalty to AC.
Oh no. Alia.
Yep.
Are you sure you missed her with flurry? Do you want to add it?
That'd be
Yeah.
a 16. Yeah. Well, okay, so 16 with those AC minuses. So minus dexterity to AC and a -2 penalty all day.
That's
to AC.
20, depending on what her AC was.
Wait, so she gets a -2.
Yep, which brings her
Penalty.
down to 20,
Off the top, knocks her down to 20 plus
Yep.
dexterity,
plus loses a dexterity bonus to AC.
Bonus. So if she gets any
which
bonus.
is 3 more, so she's at AC 17.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Just
this
missed.
one.
Just missed her. Nice. All right, she's stunned for a round.
That's
Oh,
fucking awesome.
That might have been the
That
big
is awesome.
blow right there. Glurk, you're up.
Take that, you
Glurk,
evil person.
Should I go after her? Smelling blood in the water?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
5-foot
go
step.
5-foot step and smack.
You don't need to. Don't you have your long arms or not?
That's right.
I do, but I might as well step in. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that
Alright.
way you're out of the apparently
Cone.
that hellhound can do a fire breath every round. So yeah, fuck her up.
13 plus
Nuts, bitch.
plus 8. So what is that? 23.
Hit.
Sweet.
drop her.
I don't
12
know how
points.
13 plus 8 is 23.
Nice.
13 plus 8 is 21, right?
It still hits. But
Now, how much damage?
12.
Glurk,
Nice.
describe your kill.
Oh, no way.
Nice.
Well, I feel kind of bad about this.
Nualia.
But
The poor flower, you sick bastard.
I went in and it was a mid blow. So
Was it lusty?
it was lusty, kind of like right in her belly area. So
You had to get one more feel, didn't you?
yeah. So went chopping through her like a tree and taking out maybe her spinal column, and she crumbles over.
Oh my god. Nice work, gentlemen. That went way better than I thought it would.
Ain't over yet.
Mm-mm.
Ain't over yet. Ain't over fucking yet. Goddamn right. Bet it.
I'm gonna use my wand of magic missiles to take a pot shot at that closet.
Yeah, go for it.
It hits automatically, so
Mm-hmm.
die 4. What, a die 4 plus 1, right? 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. Don't cost nothing.
Oh. Well, it does.
Okay.
Wand, but
Nice work, Bedhead. Now it's Aridin Sparrow.
Let me ask you this: if I step back a 5-foot step into this square, can I still
You fall
see
in.
either of the Yeth hounds?
Remember you shut the door.
Oh yeah, I did.
Door
didn't I?
shut, bruh.
Shit.
Door shut, bruh. Door shut, bruh.
I don't want to move up there. I don't want to go there. I will. I just stay where I am, but I'm going to spend a
You
move
can
action
shoot at one of them.
to do
And...
study target on the Quasit.
Well, here's what you could do if you're trying to. Well, you could either go for the closet, or you could move. He could move into a dead enemy's square, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to be that close to the Yeth hound.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kinda
Okay,
stuck
got it.
there.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to study target on the Quasit, and then I'm going to take a shot at that wiener.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, she's easy to see now. She's lit up.
Probably missed. That's a 14.
Miss.
Triggering a attack of opportunity from the Hellhound.
Which is
You can't touch him.
Can't touch
You
me.
can't touch.
Can't touch
Yeah, and I
him.
can't do a breath weapon but that's yeah.
And can't touch this.
Yes, Hound.
You can
Number
kill me another
1
time,
is
Blur.
and he is enraged now that you killed his master or his friend, or I don't know what you call her.
mistress.
Dojo.
Wow.
Oh no, Dojo. Natural fucking 20.
All right.
I will roll to confirm on the board just because
On the board.
On the Borg.
Reserving my right to never do this again.
Borga.
Oh,
Nice.
poison.
Ah,
God damn it. All right, so, but max damn, ring the bell, max damn. That's 16 points of damage, bro.
16, huh? Okay.
Yeah, goddamn Yeth hound, hound from hell. I
Yeah.
don't think you're getting out of here unscathed,
No.
sir. All right, DTD.
All right. Since this is the third round, I think that I have for this. Hold on a second. One round. How many rounds have we gone?
I will tell you.
What round is this?
This is the end of round 4.
Yep, end of round 4.
It's the end of round 4. Okay. So, I was going to try and use it on the closet. If I take a 5-foot step, could I get within 15 feet of the closet?
But then you'll be in.
Yeah,
No,
you
because
would-
she's 20 feet in the air.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I can't hit her with it. So I'm going to use my adhesive spittle that I chugged the first round on this dude right here.
Yeah, go for it. Remind me the mechanics around adhesive spittle. Even
it's
though I
not
can't get on you.
It's an automatic hit.
Yeah, but
It's
there
an
isn't some
automatic-
will.
You need to make a DC 17 strength check.
What's a strength check?
To break
or you're
that.
glued to the floor.
Okay,
But you
so
still take the disadvantages. Even if you're not glued to the floor, all the
Yeah.
debuffs still apply.
so remind me how to make a strength check.
Whatever the
John.
creature's strength modifier is. So if it has a 14
That's what
strength,
I
it would have
thought.
a +2 strength modifier. That
Yep.
and whatever you roll on a d20.
That's all it is, right?
Yep.
So DC 17 is harsh buds.
Does it matter that
I missed. What's that?
does it matter that the spell says reflex for partial? Says it
Well, then it would be a
Use the-
reflex save.
use the
No.
spell's DC rather than the tangled foot bag's normal DCs?
Yeah, but
Normal
that's
DC.
the reflex.
Oh,
I think
17.
it's an automatic hit. The reflex. I
Yeah,
think
it is an automatic hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't need the reflex save. The strength check is to get out of the glued to the floor.
And then I rolled 2
No, I think
dice
it's saying that
for-
you would do a reflex save instead of, wouldn't you?
No.
DCs to counteract this, use the spell's DC rather than the tangled foot bag's normal DCs. Maybe not.
I gotta
Sure.
look it up now.
Sure. But I think it'd still be a strength check. I'm going off
I
my
don't like the words I think.
I'm going off
so
memory.
the normal Tanglefoot bag uses a DC 15 reflex save, but the adhesive spittle doesn't. It allows you to use the higher DC.
Yeah, it makes
The-
sense.
DC 17.
Okay, I get it. So it's something different. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed. Missed. So what happened?
So he is glued to the floor. For
Oh, bro. All right,
5
I got that
rounds.
on him. Oh, you
5
see that little
rounds.
dude on him? So can he act, or he has to act just to get out?
He could try to get out, but he needs to make he can try and break through by making that DC 17 strength check or dealing
But
15
that-
points of damage.
But that's his action. That's the action he has to do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
A flying
What's that?
it doesn't matter.
That's why I was trying
Gilbar's
to
up.
hit the closet because she's flying, but didn't get close enough.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So Jilbar, you got a Hellhound, you got a Yeth Hound right across from a dead Nualia. You got a Hellhound in the corner and another Hellhound or Yeth Hound across the way, and you've got a Quasit flying in the air.
Okay. So what I am going to do, feeling Abadar's strength within me, I am going to invoke Bull's Strength as a standard action, which gets me up to a 16 strength. And according to PC Gen, restores me to heavy encumbrance as opposed to overloaded, because it puts my movement to 30. And then I will just move right up to here so as to threaten the Yeth hound, and that is my turn.
Okay. Okay. The next thing that happens is. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's what would happen. Let me just check one more thing. We need some hold music. Okay. So the next thing that happens is Irilium, as a free action, says, "You have not heard the last from me. I will avenge Nualia's death." And then she flies away.
Like, where does she
Out of the
fly?
room.
Up the steps? Out of the room?
Yeah, and she flies like a bat out of hell.
Now, just a
And
question:
disappears.
was that door open?
Well, I
Nualia closed it. Didn't she? When she surprised Dojo and
no,
Jabbar?
well, no, I mean, I never said that because she just came into the room. She was up here, which you'll find out later. She came through here to set up. There wouldn't be a reason for her to close that. If anything, she'd want it open because part of her strat was going to be to escape this way if shit got really bad. So,
Okay, just asking the
Hold
question.
portal.
yeah, so she disappears again.
We'll check the tape on that.
I like the fact that our nemesis is this fucking closet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Leveling up with us. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find tape that has me saying, but it would go against everything Nuali was trying to do. So even, I'm gonna say, even if I had tape on that, well, if I had tape on it, I'd have to stick to it. But it wouldn't make sense that she would do that because she wanted an escape route.
What
I
my
like
client
the
is
sort of
saying is the door is
phony
both
laugh.
open and closed, like
Teasing
Schrodinger's
her.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for now, she disappears. If you can find tape, we'll revisit it. But that's not the main titty right now. Right
No.
now, you got the Hellhound going. And the Hellhound is breathing again at DTD. And with his cone,
Now, something John
he
said
just-
stuck out to me, so I don't know if this is a true hellhound or a different concoction, but the actual hellhound can only breathe once every 2d4 rounds. So
what?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just throwing it out there.
Wait, let me check if oh, we might need to retcon something.
Special attacks, breath weapon, 10-foot
Hellhound.
cone, once every 2d4 rounds for 2d6
I mean,
fire.
dragons can only usually use their breath weapons once every 1d4
Yeah,
rounds.
you know what?
that's pretty
That
unusual.
is true. I thought it was every round. I forgot that. I think I read it and said, oh, I don't know. So he's done then.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll just say he's not breathing anymore. Good catch, whoever caught that. Yeth hound number 2 is up, but he is
Glued.
here. He's
And he
the
gets a
glue.
minus to hit, I think. Doesn't he? He gets an attack to.
Now he could either try to attack out of it, or he can make another strength check. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's going to make another strength check.
Okay.
And just missed it. Because it was DC 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it at 16. So he's still entangled. Dojo is next.
Okay, let's go. Power attack on the guy to the south.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? That sucks. AC 10. Flurry of blows. That's a
Nice.
hit. So that is.
This guy has been unhit so far, by the way.
Okay, 9 points of damage.
All right. Chipperoo. Good job. And Glurk.
I'm gonna take the opportunity to smack the guy that's stuck over there.
Oh,
And
cheat.
I rolled poorly.
And he's got a minus. He's got a -4 to his dex.
Well, I rolled a 7, so that's
What do you-
15.
Grab a second.
Yeah, what do you need?
This is like, I don't know if you don't. So this is
Oh.
like a little Wayzata person.
Hold on one sec.
There was talk of Wayzata Jax. I heard.
Oh man!
Yeah.
I forgot about Wayzata Jax. Dang.
They didn't forget about
How
you.
could you forget?
Yeah, how could you forget 2-a-days? Doing Wayzata Jax. August.
The trauma of our youth. Years of counseling for Tim. Finally forgot about him, only to be brought
Yeah.
back on roleplay night.
Well, I
Yeah.
have
He thought he was safe.
I have my kids do plyometrics 2 times a week, and we do jumping jacks, but we call them jumping jacks. I should change it to Mustang
That's
jacks.
so weird.
Yeah. Well, you should just throw him into a pile of desks like Jumpin' Jim Lewis and Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
How many moose in Minnesota? Fuck you! Boom.
old Jim Lewis.
Got a new
Decalcification.
Father's Day hat.
I see it. It's
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, it's Savannah's number for softball. Love you, baby. So I got some nice cards there. It turns out I was in such a hurry to come to you, Louts, I forgot to open my Father's Day card.
Wow.
Who's the lout?
Yeah, fair. Okay, well now with the strength of the Savannah hat on, I think you guys are all gonna die. Where were we? Glurk was about to do something.
Well, I smacked
Oh, you were
the
gonna
dude.
attack the wounded animal.
Yeah, and he got a 15, but I don't know if that hit or not.
Well, what are the negatives?
Got a -4 to his
I
dex.
bet that hits.
That's a hit.
Okay. 11 points.
All right, this one's looking pretty wounded now. Pretty badly wounded. The other one's frosty though, we'll say. Badhead.
All right. I'm just trying to see something really quick. It doesn't really fucking say. I'm trying to figure out if I can end the mutagen effect. And AI tells me I can, but it says it's an action, but it doesn't tell me what kind of fucking action.
If it doesn't say, it's probably a standard.
Mhm.
All right. Well, then we're gonna keep it for now. Yeah, we'll just take a chance, anyways. Well, let's take a chance. Why the fuck not? Do I think? I mean, Sparrowhawk is super skinny, and he's right in front of me. Do I think I could throw a snowball kind of around him or through his legs, like at that hellhound, without having disadvantage? I mean, it's just tossing it 5 feet around someone who's super skinny.
For the term
Throw
spell.
what?
Can I throw something? Will there be a penalty to try to hit that hellhound through?
No, just because I'm tired of the hellhound, but normally there would.
All right, I'm gonna cast. Why not? This might be a risk, but who cares? I'm gonna cast. I'm going to cast a snowball and throw it at a snowball at the hellhound. Ooh, I think that's a hit. +1, so 8 touch AC, 17.
That's a hit.
Attack. All right. Then I gotta see what that fucking spell does. I'm still new to my spells. My apologies. It's pretty good though. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. 4 dice, 6 points of damage. Cold damage. I don't know if cold does more to this guy, but it's 4 dice, 6 cold damage.
Nice.
I don't
13
know. That's
points.
a good
Not
question.
bad.
13 points of cold damage.
Hellhounds are, I think, vulnerable to cold.
Yeah, they are. It says vulnerability to cold. Does that mean anything special? Rules term?
Yeah.
I think that means damage and a
Damage.
half, doesn't it, John?
Yeah. 1.5.
50% more.
So 13.
Okay, so give me the full number and then we'll just add
18.
50%.
13 is how much damage I did. So with the half.
So
it'd be-
roll up 20 points of damage.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Juicy.
Nice
Yeah,
work.
nice.
All right, so 20 points of damage on the Hellhound, which further enrages it. It looks, well, you can't tell it's a Hellhound. It's already from hell. You know how that works. Okay, so now it's Aridin. The Sparrowhawk.
I am going to not study the Yeth hound, and I'm just going to do a rapid shot and take 2 shots at it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to hit AC. I'm going to go with the north one that's held, and I'm going to hit AC 25 and 16.
So you're hitting the Yethound.
Yes, the one that's tangle-footed.
He's been hit a
Yep,
lot. You
that's a
might
hit.
not need both.
That's a hit twice.
I want to just ensure that I take it down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, give me full. Give me your rolls.
So 9 damage plus 6 is 15 all day.
Describe your kill.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice work.
Just a little bit of pepper right into the front shoulder
Yeah.
blade. Just drop him.
Nice work. All right, so you got one Yeti down, and now
Excellent.
it's the other Yeti's turn. Oh man, this Yethound. Since it is a skilled hunter, it smells Glurk's blood. It's gonna attack Glurk. Tweener. Yeti. AC 19.
I'm at a fat 17 right now.
All right. So that's going to be some more Damzona.
Am I the only one that's taking any hits tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. 13 more points of damage. Tell me you're dead.
Son of a bitch. No, I'm
Gotta kill somebody.
I'm slowly healing as I'm getting hit. So, but I am down pretty low.
How many hit points you got, bitch?
I got. Let's see, 22. I got 9 left.
All right. Well, I guess you are raging. DTD.
All right, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back,
Get away from that heat.
get away from that heat, and then I'm going to chuck some holy water at the
What?
hellhound.
Nice.
That's an interesting turn of events.
Yeah,
I didn't know you
Well-
were holy.
I'm not.
The
But
water.
I can throw the water.
Finn's piss.
At AC 16.
That's a hit.
All right.
Special munitions bucket.
2 die.
Yeah, I don't know about this holy water. We're gonna have to revisit that. DTD.
10 points of damage.
A lot of revisiting. Nice work. Okay, so he's been chunked a bit. Jilbar.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and take just a regular attack on this Yeth hound. That
You're
is,
up to 16 strength.
yep, and that is an AC 25.
Hit.
And that is going to be decent damage. That is 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice. He's looking wounded. And now it's the Hellhound's turn, who is in the penalty box for cheating, so he doesn't get to do any breath weapons. And now it's the Yethy's turn, who's dead.
He's trying to
Dojo.
chew on Eridan's foot, but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hellhound's having a bad day.
Yeah, got really fucked. Yeah. I really am through the pooch.
That is AC 19. I believe that's a hit.
Hit.
So that's 13 points of damage. Flurry of blows.
Oh.
Uh-oh. And
No
does not
problem.
confirm. No problem.
Okay. So 13.
Yeah.
Looking very wounded. Dojo. Oops. Backfire. Glurk.
Okay. So can I attack and then move?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to
always
try
do
to
that.
hit the Yeth hound. And that's a hit. And for 10 points of damage. And then I'm going to move over to this spot right here and say, that was a great experience. And then I'm going to go down to my knees because I just fell out of my rage. I ran out of rage rounds and I am fatigued.
Are you dead?
Are you down?
I'm at 1 point.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
That worked out well for you.
I go down 8 points, so I'm down to... Yeah, I'm down to 1.
Bedhead, you see this Yethound on its last leg. You think
I
maybe
think
one
that,
of them magic missiles might take it
yeah,
out.
that is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to do that. I think that's a great idea. 2 points a day.
Oh, nice.
No. Never mind. Okay. Who gets the... Oh, it's Eridan again. How about that?
Yay! Yethound killer. He's gonna rapid shot again just to see if I can make sure I put this thing down.
Yeah.
First one should be a hit. Second one is good. Ooh, this one is not. It's at 18.
Hit.
That's a hit too. Okay.
Describe your
Crappy
kill.
damage, but
Yeah.
enough to killed. Same thing, just on the other shoulder.
Nice. So the room goes quiet except for this hellhound that's burning in the corner, lashing out at you guys, but can't touch you. What do you do with this thing? It looks wounded.
Where's your master? Kill the guy. Kill the guy with 1 hit point.
Warm-blooded or cold-blooded?
Yeah.
We'll say if you guys want to use your abilities together that you curb stop.
Okay.
And he blinks out of existence.
I forgot.
So the room goes quiet.
Nice work, boys.
I forgot I'm at 2 points now because I just got 1 fast healing right before I left my rage.
All right, and you see you're surveying the battlefield. It smells terrible in here. You got 2 Yeth hounds, and you look and you see Nualia Tobyn.
I'm kind of like looking right at her eyes right now. I'm kind of enthralled.
And as you're doing that, Jilbar steps over and goes, Nualia, you have met your fate. You have chosen poorly. You are sentenced to death and will be taking your head back to show the sheriff. And he swings his sword down and chops off her head.
Nice.
Whoa.
When you do that, you all hear this. And you feel like, for just a millisecond, you feel like a wave of absolute horror go through you, like a physical manifestation, like a actual sound wave. And then everything's silent.
Don't worry, my friends. We have overcome the forces of evil here. There may be more in the future. There may be more hidden in the crypts and beyond in this place. But the leader, for now, she is dead.
It could have been
Okay.
redeemed, Jilbar.
And as that DTD
So-
falls over as his full strength expires, and his strength is now at 2.
Oh, DTD. So a couple things I'm gonna say. You got Nualia that you can check out. You got one more room up here that you haven't looked at.
Stupid closet.
And then you've got the Quasit who seems to have run. You're judging, you don't know, but you feel like she's somewhat of a coward, so you doubt you're gonna see her again today. The other thing you know, right before you were distracted with your lack of whatever, you found a secret passageway where I'm pinging.
Yeah.
Tickle
I don't
fight
know
on
about the rest of
DTD.
you, but we have defeated Nualia and most of her minions. But I, for one, only will have Eridan's strength pumping through me for a short amount of time. Glurk, DTD, and Bedhead are all of us are in bad shape. I think we should take the spoils of our victory upstairs, rest. In the morning, I believe Abadar can help restore us partially or in full. We can return in the morning. That is my counsel.
Yeah,
I think,
I'm tired.
Story told me.
Does somebody
It's
want to
like
carry me
there's-
upstairs, please?
Yeah.
Can somebody carry me too?
It seems like there is one left. Didn't you not mention Mako and her brothers? Her brother might still be around.
Suto?
Just so
No, we killed her brother. Pseudo was the brother.
Tetsu.
Right.
Or, technically, no. He was taken by. We captured him and shared.
No,
Hemlock.
Studo is in jail in Sandpoint. He's in the
Oh.
prison.
Yeah,
I
but
thought-
didn't Sheriff Hemlock take him to Magnamar?
So when you guys were leaving, there was talk that he was going to be sent to Magnamar for justice, but that's all you know. He had not
I
left
thought
yet.
we
Left.
heard. I thought we heard there was a bard here, or something, or someone who like a half elf who plays music.
That
was
was actually Pseudo. So
Yeah,
he
but
had been living here, but then he went to Sandpoint on the raid,
okay.
and you guys got
I got it.
Okay,
He
well,
was
let's
there.
loot her
Yeah.
and go upstairs and rest.
Would we
Yeah, you
want to
can-
do a mini split? Maybe Dojo, myself, and Bedhead, and go into this room
Just to check
Yeah.
it.
just to
Yeah.
check it.
It's locked.
I-
So how do we get through the lock?
I could try and do the lock, or Dojo can.
All right.
Well, first of all, can we loot her real quick?
Yeah,
While we
let's
still
do that.
have detect. Yeah,
Loot the bodies.
Yeah, do you have detect magic?
I do
sure do.
constantly.
Okay, so you could do. Give me a spellcraft.
I can do that because I also have
That
detect
works great for me.
Hey,
I have a feeling.
I'm taking a cure moderate potion just so I'm not at 2 anymore.
Okay,
Don't you
just
go
roll
up?
it, and take it off your sheet.
Got it. 9.
Ooh, that's good. It's a good spellcraft. I'm just gonna say I don't know what it is exactly. Give me a second. 27.
Nice.
With a 27, you find the following. You see that she's got a beautiful +1 breastplate on her,
With breast.
Nice.
a +1 bastard sword,
Oh.
a masterwork composite longbow with 20 arrows, a gold holy symbol of Lamashtu worth, you would guess it to be 100 gold pieces, and a Sahedron medallion.
What's that?
Do,
What is that?
can I do a check to recognize history or arcana or anything to see if I know what it is? Have I seen anything like this before?
Well, the Sahedron medallion is the 7-pointed medallion that you've been seeing all over the place.
Ah, gotcha.
That you guys remember early on you saw, and you Broderd referenced it in the council.
Yeah.
We We can litigate that later, but for now, your characters would know it. Okay, that's all she's got. And
is a Sahedron medallion magical?
Mm-hmm.
nope.
Nope.
Well,
Okay.
you don't know.
Necromancy?
Well, why would we
you
know?
don't. It is.
Is it radiating
Detect
magic?
magic would tell us if it's magical.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, it's not.
Okay.
Sure about that?
Seems to be some sort of a symbol.
She's got
Is
any
it a-
cash on her?
She's not carrying cash, at least not on
Any
her.
potions?
Traveler's checks?
Yeah.
She does
Drinks?
have one potion of cure moderate, and that's it.
Glurk, you
Okay,
can have that.
let's check out that
Sure.
room.
Oh man, she wasn't even rich.
I'll take that.
Okay.
So
So
you
quick
go into this
question.
room. Yeah.
Well, so are you guys going to go ahead?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so, huh?
Because
Yeah.
I need to go upstairs before my bull strength wears off. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to go up the stairs probably.
I
Sure.
mean,
You don't sense any immediate danger at this point. You think whatever's in that secret door is probably another part of the thing, and everybody that you've heard of that's evil has been killed by you.
Okay.
Except for the ghosts.
should we just all go up? I feel like we should just all go up then.
I feel like since we're down here, just check out that room, and then
Yeah, it.
while we're waiting,
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
All
so
right.
you check out the room, and I'll do a polygon reveal.
P reveal.
P-Rev.
hmm
oh,
Ooh.
And here's what you see when you walk in.
it's the bridge of the
wide
Starship
stone-
Enterprise. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah. Wide stone ledges of red marble line the curving walls of this room, which is well lit by 4 burning skulls that sit in each corner. Three chairs rest in the room, and both stone ledges are covered with old books, scroll, teeth, bones, scrimshaw artwork, jars of deformed creatures soaking in brine, taxidermied animals and limbs, and other strange objects.
What the hell?
Interesting.
To the north, a large round fountain filled with frothy blue water fills the room with gentle sound of bubbling.
Lovely.
Don't drink it.
And
Yeah.
you do sense a stray or a faint what would that be? Transmutation magic on the water.
Okay.
It's a faint
Um,
transmutation on the water. Does this look like, for the other guys who were there, does this look like it doesn't look like the weird mutagen water that was
no,
created.
it looks like bubbling water. And if anyone wants to taste it,
Nope.
I don't think
Although
that's
this
okay.
is pretty chill in here. This is like a clubhouse or something, or a lounge.
yeah, does anyone want to taste the water?
A taxidermy lounge.
Yeah.
Will it heal
Water?
our restore
Bubbling
our
water?
strength?
Can I do a spell check on it to see if I know what it is?
I think we've heard of the waters of Lamashtu before, and they're not great.
It's supposed to make
Right,
us
but it looks
stronger?
different than the last waters. Yeah. Maybe this is more pure. Let's go upstairs.
Well,
Yeah, just a real
Liz,
quick.
are you going to search the room?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, since
Give me some perception checks.
But we'll take 20 on this.
20.
Yeah, okay. So you find Nualia's notes
Oh.
in several journals.
Ooh.
And if you sort through, sorting through all the notes and paper would take several hours. There's stacks of them. But you get a sense that if you do, she's got a ton of journals that you would be able to piece together the whole of her story, which might be interesting.
Yeah.
And there's also, as you're kind of just brazing through it, there's an outline of her plans to send an army of goblins against Sandpoint, to burn the town to the ground, something about offering it to Lamashtu in order to be made a half fiend. But something about also fueling the rune well in the catacombs below.
Ooh.
The town. The notes go on to detail how this is interesting. It gives like some sort of an explanation of how one can, what rituals one needs to do to cause sin spawn to manifest from the rune well.
Sin spawn.
And how, yeah. And other than that, without more, there's not a lot left. But you could take all the relevant paperwork, we'll say, and maybe you guys or Brodert or whomever can examine it in Sandpoint more close.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Besides that, are there any magic scrolls or anything like that in there amongst the papers and scrolls?
No, it looks like it was just her research lab, but no
Anything
scrolls.
to disarm the trap?
Yes, that's a great question.
Excellent.
You do find you do find some sort of lever system in an alcove that you think if you turn it a certain way, it would likely, you think it's connected to the trap.
Can I take 20 on that and turn it off
Yeah.
for now? Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sure enough, you do that and you think you've disarmed it.
Excellent. Okay.
So you got that all done and dusted.
I find the book of the poetry she wrote as a young girl and pocket it for later.
Yeah, you can do that. So you could go up and sleep now if you so desire.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So do you guys want to go up to the first level or the top?
I don't know.
Where'd we sleep last time?
Let's
normal
go.
sleeping
The top.
I'm gonna
Last time you went to the.
I'm gonna use Jill Bar kind of like as a crutch, and we can kind of like lean on each other as we try to make it up the stairs.
So I think I just moved you to the top.
Perfect.
As we go
up here, it's boy, I don't even know. I've lost track. When did you guys descend? In the late morning? So it's probably, ironically, after all that, it's just like mid-afternoon.
Hey, Horton, as we're going up, we've been up here before. Do we get a sense at all where, is there like a landing or any sense we could get where Nualia would come from? Because it seems like she came from up here, but we've been...
No, she
came from down there.
Yeah.
No, you get a sense that her laboratory was the room, and you're piecing it all together, and you think she must, maybe when you guys made the noise with the trap, that you alerted her of your presence, and then when you were dicking around with Melfeshnikor, she...
I gotcha. I thought you said she came. Now I get it.
So, I can hand wave a night's sleep. The strength is going to be an issue. For some time.
Do we have ways to heal up? Because I was down like 30 points.
Not much right now, at least on my end. I don't know how we're doing with our Wand of Cure Light. Now, in the morning, I'll have 6 channels, so it won't be an issue. But literally all I have right now is I can convert 1 Divine Favor to a Cure Light. So I can smack you with a Cure Light. Yeah, don't cost nothing.
I'll take maybe 2 Cure Lights if anybody wants to wand me, just so I can sleep without bleeding all over the place.
So that's 9 points of healing.
Oh, nice.
Glurk, you fought bravely and honored all of the gods. Abadar appreciates your valiance.
Thank you for that.
And he heals your gay.
All right. That's Coach the Mosh.
You're up 17.
Oh my God! Thanks. That's good enough.
Okay. So I can hand wave a night's sleep, but you do have to address the lack of strength. Does anyone have lesser restoration?
That would be me.
And I do believe. What did I say about the strength drain healing over time? Do you remember? I have to look it up.
It goes 1 point at a day or 1 point at sleep.
Yeah, unless
per 8 hours.
That's what I thought.
So we all should regain 1 point overnight, correct?
That's correct. But beyond that, you need lesser restoration.
No, 1 strength.
Okay, so I can
Yeah.
do. I can only do 2 lesser restorations per day.
That's okay.
Um,
But just looking at just triaging, I think DTD needs it.
Yeah, so do
And
I.
you probably need
Otherwise,
it.
I can't really move in my armor.
Exactly. So I would say if you did DTD and you, so right now you're at 13 DTDs at 7 just with the Night of Sleep. So then if you did lesser on each of you,
I'm worse because my cognition went off.
oh,
So I lose 2 strength from that.
okay. So now you're
And
at
then-
5
Well,
with the Night's Sleep because you were at 4, right?
I was at 2 because the bull strength went off. So I could
Okay.
reapply bull strength the next day and get back up to 5.
That only lasts for a few minutes. Yeah.
Right.
That's only a few minutes. So you could be at 3, and then if you got a good roll, you'd be at a functional level.
Yeah,
what is lesser
somebody might have to
restoration?
cure
Is it a 1d4 or?
Yeah, it's 1d4.
Yeah, and I'd allow a Quaker point on that if you want to use it.
I don't know if that's Quaker point worthy. So I'll do 1 on DTD and 1 on myself. DTD, do you want to roll your own?
Sure. Oh.
DTD.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. That was huge. Yeah. You get a 4.
What you did to defeat Nualia was amazing, especially given how you were suffering. Here, let Abaddon tend to your grievous wounds. Bam.
And then he starts touching your junk.
Fondling? There's a little fondling.
So you were at 2, you get 1 overnight, you get 4, you're at 7.
Just like a priest.
Yeah, totally. And
John, you're at 15.
Correct.
So functional for both of you at this point.
Get us back to town.
So
let's go look at that secret door.
Yeah, you do know there's a secret door downstairs.
That's right.
You could go check that out quick. I can move you to that board again.
Do it.
I have something that can make you feel stronger if you really want it, friend.
I'll take one.
Okay,
I'm still down 6.
So let's go there again. So
it's quite special.
You guys see? Okay, yeah, I'll hand wave. Everyone can just move yourselves to the door down below. And we're gonna say there's sort of a bookcase in the way that somebody found. I can't remember who. And you move it out of the way, and you find.
Hey, what about that loot? Is anybody taking any of that loot? So before we go to bed.
A lot of peyote.
Which loot?
Are you interested in that +1 breastplate, Timmy?
Maybe.
It's got actual breasts on it. So
yeah, it's got big jugs.
That's perfect.
That looks sweet.
Yeah, have you seen Glurk's nipples?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes, we all have.
They're like English muffins.
I mean, I'll be able to take a piece of her with me at all times. English
a couple
muffins.
of fried eggs nailed to a fence post.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So here we go. So you see the passageway, you go down it. You see there's two sets of stairs on either way you go that go down. Which way would you like to go?
When in doubt, go right.
Yeah, right is right, always.
Yep.
All right, so you head down there and let me reveal a little more. You find a door that is closed but not locked. We'll hand wave that you open it. And you can go in that room, which is, let me read. And let me just do thing. Yeah. I think that's right. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to reveal what you see with my polygon reveal. And then I'll read what you see.
Can't believe Sparrowhawk's going to be in the room for the demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
So you walk in here and you suddenly smell sea air and you hear a sound of sloshing water filling the room, which is almost entirely collapsed into a large tidal pool. What few walls do remain intact here bear detailed and impressive carvings of incredible treasuries filled to overflowing with coins, gems, jewelry, and other items of value. To the east, the walls depict a carving of a towering mountain, its peak carved in the shape of a stern face just above a great palace. Below, the side of the mountain's valley cradles an immense city of spires. If you go up to the edge of the water, in the pool, the remains of what must have been once been an incredible treasury lie in the sloshing water.
Ooh.
Shattered urns, crumbled stone chests, rusted bits of once beautiful armor and weapons, and other long ruined treasures from an ancient past lie below. Most impressive of them is a very large coral-encrusted helmet, sized for a giant. The helm measures nearly 5 feet across, and its full face guard bears an expression of twisted rage and fangs. The helm itself appears to be made of gold.
Jesus.
Detect magic picking
Is
up
it
anything?
magic?
Is detect magic picking up anything?
Either on the water or anything inside the water. Both. That's what I'm looking at.
Yes. There is some aura of magic emanating from the water.
Transmutation.
Hold on a sec. You're not sure.
What?
Can I do a spell check to see if I can figure out what's going on with the water?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll attempt to aid him.
Spellcraft or arcane? What's here? I rolled the 15. Arcane knowledge, spellcraft. What makes the most sense? History.
No, spellcraft.
So add 2 to that roll.
Add how much, John?
So call the 17 plus whatever else you have.
I aid you as well. I can aid you as well.
So 19 plus whatever else.
Plus 11, so 30.
It seems like transmutation magic.
Does it seem like the same kind of water maybe that was in that pool in the study? Like maybe
No,
now
it's a different feel. That seemed like some sort of latent, and this seems more like your typical magical aura that you're used to sensing from objects.
What's the deal with this golden helmet?
Well, that's a good question. You also saw the depictions of that city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody interested in doing a knowledge history check?
I was going to do it once it became relevant. I'll do it, sure. That's not as good as my spellcraft, but not terrible.
You're gonna have to roll really high to get this one.
20.
No, you're just not sure. Anyone else have knowledge history?
No.
Should have studied history in school more. You're not sure. You're not sure. Now, what I will say, I'll give you, does anybody have any sketching material?
I do.
Are you an artist?
Well, I'm a scholar. I like to think of myself as an artist. I've made many scientific etchings and stuff. And mostly
Yeah,
like
so
rubbing
Ed,
and
I'll
stuff.
say if you take 20, you can make a sketch of it for further analysis and maybe
All right,
consultation with Broderd.
I will do that.
Okay, so you do that, and then meanwhile, there's this little thing called a big helmet in there. Anyone doing anything?
Can I do like an appraise check on the gold itself?
Yeah, you think you need to get closer.
Is it in the water or not?
Well, as you're looking at the gold helmet, all of a sudden it shifts and it starts moving.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Like moving how?
It's as if it was rotating. Looking.
Rotating to look at us?
Yeah.
Prince Rotak.
Yeah.
Hey boys! Pardon me, boys! Is that the captain touching you?
My friends, I
And
do
it
not know
starts
what devilry
floating
this is.
over to you.
Speak to it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cast shield.
Okay. So it starts floating over to you. Ding, dong, 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 dong. God, I'm such a fucking moron. Okay. There. So it's floating, and next thing you know, it's moving quickly, and it's right in front of you, and it's only about 5 feet away from you.
I'm gonna say it's a giant hermit crab.
And all of a sudden, this helm starts lifting up. And you see a pair of immense claws and spindly legs and two beady eyes looking at you. And I need everyone to roll for you. As a giant hermit crab comes out of the ocean.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
It's like something out of a, what was the movie? Jason and the Argonauts or something.
Right.
Christiana Amanpour.
Sure.
24 for Bourbon.
15.
Okay.
D.
Giant hermit crab. Okay, so give me your numbers again. Give me your digis. I wasn't paying attention.
24 for Bedhead.
All right, 12 for Jill Bar, 24 for Bedhead,
Clerk's got a 5.
5 for Glurk,
4 for Dojo.
Oh, jeez.
4 for Dojo. Makes perfect sense. DTD, 15 for DTD, and Sparrowhawk.
11.
Okay. And let me roll for the hermit crab. Oh no. Hermit crab
Natural 20, John.
got a really crappy roll.
No
All right.
bullshit.
So first one that goes is Bedhead.
Well, this would be interesting to give us something just to find out. I'm going to shoot a blinding ray. As a standard action, you can fire a shimmering ray at any foe within 30 feet as a ranged touch attack. The ray causes the creature to be blinded for creatures with more than 3 hit dice are dazzled for 1 round instead. Assuming this has more than 3 hit dice, but we'll find out.
Yes, it is.
I'm still going to do it because I have a shit ton of those. So,
All right. What happened?
Well, I need to see if I can hit it. What's a ranged touch attack? 11 with my ranged touch. That would be plus 3, 14 for touch attack.
Hit.
Or actually, that'd be okay, perfect. And actually, I think it's 12. Or 13. I think there's one off. But all right, so it's dazed or dazzled. Sorry, which I can
dazzled. So what is that? Just -1.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It kind of sucks. So.
Okay, so he's dazzled. All right, fair enough. -1. on attack rolls and perception checks. Okay, got it. And now it is DTD.
All right, I am going to actually knock a bolt into, take a shot with my crossbow. Here. That is probably a miss. AC 9.
Miss. Okay, and now it is Jill Barr's turn.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and cast Bark Skin. And then I will hold my longsword in both hands in front of me and, prepare myself as needed.
Sparrowhawk.
I am going to study my target with my move action and fire an arrow with my standard action. And I'm going to hit an AC 25.
Hit.
And I will do 9 points of damage.
Nice work. Okay. And now it's the crab's turn, and he somewhat nimbly climbs up to the side. And let's do a little random dice roll. 1 to 3 Jill Bar, 4 to 6 Glurky. And I'll do it on the board for spice. Glurk, of course. Was there ever a doubt? All right, so what does this little dude do? 2 claws. Ooh. AC 27 and AC 16.
Hit and a miss.
Nice.
Okay, 1 hit. So that is a little bit of damage. Nothing terrible. It's going to be 8 points of damage, but he also grabs you.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, with that big oven mitt that is. And he looks like he's able to grapple you, so we got to do a grapple check. So, remind me, is that CMB versus CMD?
Correct.
Yeah. So, what's your CMD?
What's your grapple?
Yeah, so usually it's whatever his modifier is.
It's plus 14 grapple. Ugh.
Yep.
So, 24.
That's a grapple.
All right. So, Glurk is grappled.
Wait, do I get to roll it all or not? No, I don't.
No.
So, yeah, that's right. I'm remembering. So, we'll put that little wrench on you. So, Glurky's grappled, and now it's Dojo's turn. No, it's Glurk's turn. You could try to get out of the grapple.
Yeah, let's see here. Grapple.
You can fight grappled at what? -4 though too.
-4 penalty to Dex. But you can fight. Yeah, it's just a -2 on attack and combat maneuver checks.
Now, I believe the creature grappling also gains the grappled condition.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
So lower AC.
I got to check and make sure he doesn't have a weird ability given his nature, but
like improved grapple.
Yeah.
Well, usually if you get grappled, something bad happens starting next round. So maybe you do want to.
Yeah. Like
that's true.
Yeah, there's no. He doesn't have any special abilities, so it's works both ways. But he does have the constrict ability because that's what gives him the ability to attack you and then grapple you.
All right, a couple questions. If I enlarged myself, what would happen?
You'd have to make a casting. I don't know if you can cast while you're grappled, or And if you can, it's definitely a challenging concentration check because you are
Yeah.
grappled.
I thought it was if it had somatic components you couldn't cast. It was only.
Casting a spell while grappler requires a concentration check. The difficulty is determined by the grappler's CMB
Oh, okay.
and the
That's not good.
spell's level. It's DC 10 plus grappler's CMB plus spell level.
Yeah, so you can't, you literally can't hit that.
No.
All right. And if I try to get out of the grapple, what does that mean?
So you could either fight through the grapple, or you can try to get out of the grapple.
You can escape artist, right?
Yeah, I gotta check. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
usually your best option is just to attack unless you have a spell like Liberating Command available or some sort of magical ability to escape. But up to you.
You take a -2 on attack rolls and combat maneuver checks.
All right. I will attack.
Yeah. I think that probably makes the most sense.
What am I at right now? Oh, I gained a point of strength. Yay! That is a total of 12.
Miss.
Makes sense.
Okay, now it's Dojo's turn.
Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of blow dudes back here. Watch the rear.
Okay.
Can you
All
you ask somebody to get out of your way?
Nobody's in his way. He could just step up and attack.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Dojo's mailing it in.
And now he's in the wall.
Oh, or
That's
he's
a
not.
hit.
That's a hit.
There's the dojo we came to see.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Dojo.
10 points of damage.
All right, he whittling him down, slick and wounded. Now we're back at the top with Bedhead.
Sure. I don't know. I'll hit him with the magic missile, I guess. But I'm going to step
Don't
back.
cost nothing.
Yeah.
Just a
And I
charm.
don't like being this close. I'm going to just step right here.
Don't provoke.
I have a distinct feeling that Glurk's gonna get killed by a giant hermit crab.
Yeah, this just has that feel to it, doesn't it? Better kill this guy before
Points
he
of
does
damage.
damage. Damage. All right, you got a chippy.
Chip,
All
chip,
right, Chipperoo DTD.
All right, I'm gonna take another shot with my bow or my crossbow.
Where are your bombs, man?
Oh man.
Jeez, he's gonna hit Glurk right in the face.
Guaranteed this is how Glurk dies. Friendly fire.
Oh, he saved it on the
sweet.
confirm. So you just missed. Jill Barr.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack. I see this could be a problem, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of my inexplicable luck for the day since it's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good thing I did, because that would have surely been a miss
Yeah.
otherwise. But let me just see here. So that is actually one less there. So that is AC 18.
Missed.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Dome.
Bummer.
All right. So now we've got Sparrowhawk.
All right. Rapid shot. I'm gonna fire 2 in there.
Okay.
First one is gonna be a hit based on last round. Second one, AC 15, we know is a miss.
Mhm.
So 1 hit for 9 points of damage again.
Nice. He's looking pretty wounded. Sparrowhawk carrying the day. Oh no, now it's the hermit crab.
Oh no.
Oh boy, Timmy. Um, he's gonna squeeze you.
Oh no.
He's got his constrict ability. So that's 1d4 plus 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, bludge.
Bludge.
Okay, so that is 9 points of damage. And he's got his other, well, technically he's got his other claw. Let's see if he can try to claw. He would probably go after Jill Barr, and he missed. All right, so that's the crab. And now it's Glurk.
Well, I'm gonna say enough of this, and I'm gonna free action rage, and then I'm gonna swipe.
Yeah, you better swipe soon before
Ooh,
your guts are
and
squeezed out of you.
that's a big one, and that would be 19 plus 7, which is
Hit.
26. 26. And I'm oh crap, what am I at here? Blood raging. And all right. Blah, 16 points.
Oh, he looks on death's door. You could finish him off. Take him fair. Dojo.
All right.
Describe your kill.
AC 16.
Miss.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Miss.
Dudes
Damn
blowing
it.
dudes.
Dudes blowing dude. Bedhead.
Oh, I mean,
Does he be a hero?
Does
Might
he
be
really?
magic missile you're thinking might take him out.
Does he really? Does he really look on death's door? I mean,
Yes.
All right. What magic missile is that?
Don't get cheap.
I was going to do something else that would do more damage, but we really think this will do it.
You could do that too. Just to
You
be
could
sure.
do that too.
Be all right. I'll do that too.
We're not going to have any more encounters after this, so.
I'm going to use. It's not a surefire hit, but it does more damage, and I'm going to assume this guy has shit touch AC. So I'm going to do burst of adrenaline as an immediate action to give myself a +8 to my dex, so my range will be way better. And then I'm going to throw a snowball at him. So oh yeah, so that's got to be a hit for touch AC. Like, all right, and then that's 12 points of damage.
Dead.
Yeah.
Describe your kill. You hit him with a giant snowball?
Just a big snowball, and it just starts to freeze part of him, and like just some of his spindly legs kind of crack, and he kind of topples over, like because they're just freeze solid, like frozen crab.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, gents. So you just see it tumble back in the water and float away with the tide. But what didn't float away is some treasure.
Yay!
Yay!
Does anybody want to hear the treasure?
Yes, please.
So you wade into the pool, and it's shallow, and you can go up, and you're only like chest deep if you go down into the treasure pool. And it's going to take you like 20 minutes. But if you take 20, you find the following. Who's ready?
Ready.
5,500 silver pieces.
Whoa.
1,630 gold pieces.
Wow.
125 platinum.
Holy crap.
40 precious stones worth 100 gold each.
Thanks.
And a Jade Amulet of Natural Armor +1.
Whoa.
That's too. And we'll,
And if you can figure out a way to haul this 300-pound giant helm back to Sandpoint, Jilbar, you think through your network you could sell it for 3,000 gold.
Intact, if it was dismantled, would it still be worth that?
You can't dismantle it. It's one piece, giant.
what if we had an armorer with us?
If I had heat, I could.
It's all gold.
I guess that's up to Jilbar. He's the smithy. 300-pound weight.
We could haul it out of here.
We can take.
Well, you think, yeah, you could find in the top level. You did see some wagons.
We do have a horse.
And a horse.
And you have a horse. Yeah, you think
Could make
if
it,
you
make a
know Shadow
stretcher.
Mist is willing, you could either you probably cobble something together. You're thinking.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, so you think you've cleared this out, and
Is this just
you
the?
think it's probably time to get the hell out of Thistletop.
What about this other?
Is this just the South Beach here?
That's the app next to the same thing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's GTFO. Get the fuck
Let's
out.
be
So I'm going to get you back to the main level, and we're going to fast track this. You get back to Thistletop, main
Level
level,
up.
and did I move you guys there? I didn't.
That
Yeah,
bed
You're
had
back at Thistletop.
downstairs.
You go up to Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist looks healthier.
By the way,
and-
we will retrieve Ziggy's body.
Yeah, it's time.
Oh yes.
He's,
So if you want,
he's got
you
a
do
funk
find
now,
a wagon where you think you can put your treasure, the giant helm, and Ziggy's body.
bring out your
and then-
dead.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
pretty
have
much.
a funk. Joe Barr took care of that last adventure.
That's true.
Thank you, Joe Barr.
But he always had a funk.
And you think you wouldn't want to ask Shadow Mist now because he's still recovering, but you think with Glurk's strength and all that,
Not
that
really.
you found some hand carts that, even in your weakened condition, Jilbar and Glurk, you guys think you can just kind of pull the wagon home.
We
if
can
you
dig
wanted
up
to
that
do
other
that.
coin we've got. And
Yeah, and then you can go back, and I'll hand wave that. I'll hand wave going over the bridge. It's a beautiful day. You've tied everything down.
Juicy.
You pass through it uneventfully. You can go back.
Just a question.
Pick all
Can
that up.
The outer fortress is made out of wood, correct?
Yes.
My
Gonna
friends,
burn it?
I think we should burn this place to the ground.
Pyro.
Let us not let the goblins return here. Let us make them understand that this place is cursed. They only come here to die, and hopefully we discourage anyone else from finding those horrible ruins and catacombs beneath.
They're not the Viet Cong.
There's still other levels we haven't visited yet.
Well, no, there aren't. On that note, that's a good thought, Jilbar, but you're thinking that'd be a big job. You do think a couple things. You think that you'd want to get back to town,
Yep.
maybe put together some sort of, torch gang, get some, some
Angry
petrol or
mob.
something. Yeah, and then you also think that you'd want to bring the father and some of his acolytes because you need to cleanse that vile Cathedral of Lamashtu.
Okay, fair enough. I do have Nualia's head double bagged. A double bagged her.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Okay, so we'll say it's a beautiful day. It's mid-afternoon. If you guys hightail it, you can get back to Sandpoint by evening, and I will hand wave that.
Nice.
Nice.
So you get back, let me put you back in Sandpoint. You get back to Sandpoint, and everybody's dead. No, that's not right.
Weird.
What am I saying?
Great plan work.
Sand-
Distract you guys to the rest of the goblin kin.
That terror long feared, Jerem Warfare.
Okay, do you see
Uh-huh.
Sandpoint? All right, so you're back at Sandpoint. We'll say you come over Tanner's. Actually, you come to Northgate. You come through the north gate, and you're going to go right past your house, Gilbar. Are you on that?
Oh yeah.
So you can kind of store everything, and you come out, you see Nualia's out there. It's evening, but she's
Hold on.
I don't know.
Do you mean Renata, not Nualia?
Oh, whoa, Freudian slip.
Whoops.
Yeah, you find her outside. I don't know. She's shutting some barn doors or something, and she gazes up and sees you guys coming down the road and starts running toward you.
I immediately go embrace Ziggy, who is apparently alive here.
And she doesn't do that because I forgot it's nighttime and you come up to the guard gate. And it's none other than Decker and Kington. Gilbar? What do you say?
Decker, Kington, we have returned. Let us pass. And do you know, is the sheriff in town? We need to speak with him.
And they look kind of amazed. They're looking at, they see a body, they see all this treasure, and they're like, "Oi, it's the heroes of Sandpoint. Kington, go tell the sheriff and the mayor, the heroes of Sandpoint. Come on, lads, get in here. It's a dark night." And he opens up the city gate.
Kington, just let only the sheriff and the mayor know. Please keep it quiet for now.
Right. Only the mayor and the rest of the town. Got it.
And the sheriff. The mayor and the sheriff. No one else.
Mayor and sheriff. Right. And he runs off. And you're just passing through, and you're passing by your homestead, and you see, you look in the window and you see a fire, and you see Renata around, and it looks like she's reading to your children.
Yeah. We will absolutely stop. Give Renata, and presumably I've cleaned off at least slightly at this point. So give Renata a hug and pat.
Yeah, she comes out and she says, "Oh, no, I can't. I've missed you so much." She gives you big smoochy and winks at all you guys. And you must be vanished.
Just a point, Horton. I have my hat of disguise, and I'm going to make myself appear like a dwarf, not a goblin in this town. That was
got it. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, and so you're kind of doing all that. You're doing all that, and Gilbar, you probably point out to her that you're going to be back home soon, but you need just to check in with the mayor and the sheriff first.
Yes, and we need to put these wagons. If we can open up the palisade, we'll put them in the courtyard for now.
Yeah, so you can store them in your courtyard and all that. And who's your assistant? He comes out and he takes care of that.
Yeah, high tech, strong arms.
High tech. Yeah, so he comes out. "Oh, master, you've returned!" And he, grabs it. And, "What shall I do with this, sir? What is thy bidding?"
For now, please just keep it covered in the courtyard. Unfortunately, our friend Ziggy did not make it. We'll have to take him to the cathedral for burial. He is
or the butterfly Desna, and he gives a sign of the butterfly.
He is on there. It is as his beard that we carried him, and then some other items. For now, again, just leave the cloth over it. We must talk to the sheriff first, and then we'll deliver him to the temple for proper burial.
Okay, so you start walking toward the mayor's office and the the headquarters of the police station or the sheriff's station, and you see Sheriff Hemlock come out of the front door of the station, and he looks up and he starts walking hastily toward you, and he has kind of a grim visage. And he walks up to you, Gilbar. He says, "Gilbar, thank God you're okay. Well met." And he gives you a barbarian handshake.
Sheriff, it is good to see you again. I must say that these other gentlemen, everyone here, I don't think any of us would have lived if we had not been together. We've, and I'll kind of bring him close so that it's only for his ears. We have defeated Nualia and her mercenaries and the goblins that were with her. but some of the circumstances about that are concerning. I would love to, if you have time, perhaps we can speak now, if not in the morning.
Yes, I think we need to speak now.
Okay. And while I still
And
have
then
him
he's just
close,
gonna,
while I
yeah.
still have him close, I'll actually kind of pull off of my belt Nualia's head, and I'll hand it to him and say, Nualia was sentenced to death. Here is the proof of her demise.
And he opens it and he drops it. No. And he opens it and he kind of closes his eyes and gives a sign of Desna, and he says, Desna, protect us. And then he sets the bag down and he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, once again, Gilbar, you've been the savior of our entire, of all of Sandpoint. You and the hero. We owe you a debt of gratitude we can never repay. And I can't even believe I have to say this. We've asked so much of you already, but while you've been gone, things have not been quiet. In fact, there's been murder most foul.
What?
And he gazes up, and all of a sudden the Chiron comes over. End of book 1, fade to black.
Yeah.
And you're all 5th level.
What?
Whoa! Say that again.
You're all 5th level.
What?
Wow. That.
Yep.
I didn't even get to
Juicy.
play 4th level.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the whole deal. You guys, I kind of did a little mixing and matching, but all the EXP from the Felsnicor and Nualia and all the other shit we threw at you got you to 5th level right at the beginning of book 2.
Oh boy.
And all you know is there have been murders in Sandpoint.
Oh no.
Plural?
You believe so. In fact, you know so. And that's where we're going to leave the Cliffy.
Wow.
So a couple things to reflect on. You got a shitload of treasure. You're going to want to catalog that, analyze it, tell me what you're doing with it. These are all things we can do. So next time we play, we're going to have some time in Sandpoint for you guys, partially to replenish, but you also are going to, this is going to shift into a bit of a murder mystery.
Oh.
And
Clark
you're
is
going to have
great at
to
investigating.
yeah, you're gonna have to shift to more an investigative tone. You're gonna be, I'll tell you right now, you'll probably have, a weekish in Sandpoint before, things might go one way or another. The other thing he tells you as a final nugget is that the Circuit Court in Magnamar has said Chief Justice Lord Ironbriar to come pick up Pseudo because of the high profile nature of the case and the stakes involved, as he's one of the magnate families, and bring him back to Magnamar for justice. And so we'll role play all that out, but those are the two grim tidings that you hear from the sheriff. And the only other thing you hear is whatever murder happened, it is shaken Hemlock after everything he's seen to the core. And he says it's beyond anything he can comprehend.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
that's
Hey,
all. Yeah,
do we want to roll
Alright.
HP real quick?
you can do so
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah.
You can build your guys.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and use my last Quaker point to roll twice.
Nice.
I think that's a good call.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so I got a 5. Horton, would you like to roll and see if you can beat a
Yes,
5?
yes. 8-sider, huh?
Yeah,
Ooh.
5 it is. Such
5
is
it
life.
is.
All right. Well, it's been worse. Better than average.
I'll do the
Who's
same.
going next?
I'll go.
Go, Glark.
I'm using a Quaker also.
All right, mark those off.
M2-10.
That's your
It's my
last one, Gorky.
Actually, nobody has to mark off a Quaker. Everyone gets a free Quaker for quitting yourself so well. So you're basically getting 2 rolls for your hit point. We'll hand wave it that way.
Okay.
Plus my roll. So you get 2d10. I'll roll a d10. 9 Glurky.
Sweet.
Nice.
Who's next?
So do I just do that as everybody gets 2 rolls and don't add any
Yeah,
Quaker
you get your
points?
2 rolls, and then I'll roll me.
Gotcha.
Here comes Dojo.
Dojo.
All right, Dojo. What are we rolling? 8-siders or
Die 10.
10-siders?
Yeah.
All right. All right. 8.
I'll take an
Handsome.
8. That's great.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a 5 so far.
Oh, that's
nice.
real good. Juicy. Oh, 5 out of 6. Pretty good.
That's what I've gotten almost every time. Good boy.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll take the 8.
Nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Nice work. Is that everyone?
I will go.
Yeah.
Die 10.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I can beat a 9.
Oh,
shit. Reroll, buddy.
Now is it just 1 roll?
Yeah.
Okay. This could be bad. Oh, that's good.
I'll take the 8.
I'll take it. Yep. I'll take the 8. was real
Okay,
worried.
so as everybody crafts your 5th level characters, we'll have a couple weeks to job on about if you have any questions with me. It's a big level for many of you. I will say that in the next session will be a lot of investigation, peace talk, interaction, role playing in the town rather. Might get a little cut in, not a ton, but that should set the stage for some spice in the next few sessions after that. So,
Really made for Ziggy. Poor Ziggy.
yeah, and you guys we may have to role play a funeral out for that.
Ooh, it'd be good to be at the whorehouse because that's where he worshipped.
Well,
there you go.
That's where
we can
Glurk's
play that out
for the night.
I would suggest you guys do some cataloging of the treasure. John, I'd suggest you think about your connections in Magnamar, how quickly you can move things. We should start exploring if you work with a bank on credit there or something, so let's start thinking about that, putting some flesh around that. In terms of the nuts and bolts of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, once you get a sense for how much you're each going to get, you might want to buy some stuff, craft some things.
How does buying stuff work here?
So buying stuff here is going to be, if it's an exotic thing, we'll have to roll to see if it's in Sandpoint. Depending on what it is, John might, or Jill Barr might have some connections to get it from Magnamar. You also have some other guys in town who have connections in Magnamar and can get stuff on layaway, or not layaway, but they can get stuff, ordered. There's going to be some haggling on certain prices. The other big thing is starting book 2 for any spellcasters. We are going to play out material components if it's significant. If it's like a horse feather or whatever the hell. We're just going to role play out how you're getting them and make sure they're on your person. So start analyzing that. I think that's all the big stuff. Does anyone have any questions?
I have something I'll call you about during the week.
Yeah, no problem. We're also going to role play. You're probably going to want to have a meeting with Broders. You're gonna have, it'll be a many meetings next time. You'll have the meeting with the mayor, the sheriff. You'll have to debrief Xantu, the father, and you guys are going to have to, Jill Barr, you're going to have to work with the council to figure out putting together some sort of group to cleanse and burn down Thistletop. If that's what you want to do. There's a lot to do. So start thinking of all that stuff. And to the extent that you guys put some flesh around this and really think about it and role play it out and think 3-dimensionally about Sandpoint, all the inhabitants and all the stuff you want to get and all the stuff you want to role play. This is how we're going to roll moving forward. You're going to get more out of me to the extent that we really play all this out, because I think it'll be fun. I just think it adds a fun dimension. I think those of you listening to Glass Cannon learn that. I just think as we get into higher levels, I want to try to avoid the just constant cut and slashing that just starts getting, you know what I mean? It's not three-dimensional enough after a while. So I think this will make it more. That's all I've got on the top of my head. Any other thoughts, questions, concerns?
No, good fight though.
Yeah.
Good fight. You guys did great tonight. Did better than I
Damn.
expected. You kind of handled. So it was kind of the polar opposite of the last adventure, which probably I guess is law of averages. Nualia went down a lot quicker than I expected. It was a good strat to get in there. If you guys had kept that chain, the closet probably would have gone in that other room and started sending shit up your ass, and you would have been in a pincer. So that was smart. Yeah, that's all I got. When is everybody able to play 2 weeks from tonight?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in town, so it'll be nice and juicy. And then we can decide at that time how we want to jigger the time after that, considering that I'll be in Colorado the weekend of the 18th. All right, guys.
right,
Any
well
questions
done.
you have, feel free to tweak me. I'll be in Santa Cruz all week, but I'll be on my phone.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds
Have
good.
fun
Have
in
fun.
Santa Cruz, man.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah, have a good time.
It's beautiful out
Hey,
there.
thanks, buddies. Yeah. All right. Happy Father's Day to all.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy
y'all.
Father's Day. Good work.
Good work, guys.
See you later.
Yeah.
Later.
See you later.
Peace.